comes the little mighty Mite from Wisconsin. West got the ball caught on his hip there. Jordan will fire. Nope. Rebound to Cummings, to Hodges. Here come the Bucks. Lister's on the wing. Hodges kicks it over. Moncrief, he'll take a three-pointer. I don't have to tell you what's going to happen if they stick a few more of those.
Well, they hit their first 7 shots Sunday against the Bulls, and I don't think that's their strategy to go to 3. The shots were there, and they took them.
Knocked down 2 straight. Here's Matthews. It's the Bucks by 4 here. Matthews looking inside. Corzine, they work it down to him on the block, or as close as he can get to it. Over the middle, leans in and hits. Well, a rather unlikely guy to get the offense going, but the Bulls are going right to work on the low post here, Red. They're going at Lister. Moncrief fires. He has 5 points. He, above all players, has been shooting magnificently this series. He and Pressey have both had outstanding shooting series. Here's Corzine. Low to Jordan. Fakes. Goes up on Moncrief. But blocked in the air. And Jordan tried to steal it. And it hit Lister's right knee. Went out of bounds, and the Bulls have it.
Jordan followed his shot up, and on the outlet pass, he was able to swat it off of Lister's knee. The Bulls will put it right in front of the Bucks bench.
And Woolridge with a release pass to Corzine. Matthews. Double score in favor of Milwaukee. We are 2 minutes, 20 seconds old. Matthews, pass in traffic. Jordan going for the hoop. He got it. He was fouled. Michael Jordan puts it in.
I think that's Terry Cummings on the first foul. It sure was. Moving right across the lane beautifully. Gets a pass right in the crowd. Strong enough to go up over Cummings with the right hand. Lays it in off the glass. Jordan with his first 2 will try to make it a 3-pointer.
He can pull the Bulls within a point if he hits the foul shot. Did not get it, and Lister's there to take the rebound unopposed, and here comes Milwaukee. Cummings with Greenwood on him. Oh, he's dangerous going to his left. Greenwood stole the ball with help from Jordan. Now the outlet stolen. Milwaukee has it back. Lister hits it. Alton Lister with his first 2. And the Bucks lead again at 4 points. Randy Brewer's waiting to come in from Milwaukee already on the Bucks bench. Here's Woolridge to Matthews. Corzine, he'll shoot it. Blocked by Lister. They battle for it along the sideline. And Wes Matthews recovered it back court. Only 6 seconds to shoot. Matthews driving. Wipe it off. Wipe it off. Offensive foul on Wes Matthews, his first. And
there's the shot blocked by Corzine. Lister came out and saves it down the sidelines. He punches it back in, and Wes Matthews got it, drove the lane, and runs smack into. You'll see Pressey standing underneath, taking a position, and the foul.
Here's Pressey forcing it up there, hit the back rim. That nearly went in. Here comes Jordan flying through bodies. Jordan in the paint. The ball came loose, and it's won back by Hodges. On the wing, Pressey behind the back to Moncrief. He was fouled. Boy, was that some kind of pass by Pressey?
Beautiful pass off the fast break. Michael Jordan turned it over down here, and Matthews tried to get to Pressey, and a beautiful behind-the-back pass. Moncrief with the 2 free throws.
Well, Milwaukee is extremely dangerous when they get to the foul line, and when they, in this series, they have shown that they can put them in as well as anybody. This guy has now hit 27 of 29 attempts from the line. Sidney Moncrief was 6. And when you shoot that well, you're up over 90% from the foul line, and you see where he is coming in tonight. He's done everything that a player can do. Perhaps Sidney Moncrief is especially psyched for this series, considering all of the attention that Michael Jordan, the Bulls' phenomenal rookie, has received. Perhaps Sidney felt, well, I'll tell you, it's playoff time, and I know what I can do, and perhaps I had to show some people. Moncrief got the foul, trying to follow Jordan out. Moncrief with his first. Moncrief is such a strong defensive player, we forget that he's a darn good offensive basketball player, too.
Well, that's for sure.
He's very well balanced. Here's Jordan. Kicks it over to Matthews. Notice how they doubled. Here's Greenwood. Firing. Nope. Woolridge tried to bang it up. Foul called on Woolridge, leaning back. He hit Moncrief trying to get the rebound. It's number 1 on Orlando.
Looks like he has the inside position here, Bill. And jumping for the ball, he did. He reached back with the left hand, and he drew the first foul.
Hodges brings it across. And to Cummings. Greenwood on him. To Moncrief. Now they have a switch off. Moncrief penetrating. One shot on the way, misses. Cummings got the rebound over Woolridge. They had a switch off, and Woolridge was left on Cummings, and Cummings was able to do some business on him.
That was magnificent work by Cummings. He got the rebound, was going to take the jumper, saw the little opening, put it down, took one step to the hoop, and laid it up. Beautiful move.
So the Bulls back the other way. 7:38 remaining for the first quarter. Matthews will shoot it. Hit the back rim. Long rebound to Woolridge. To Jordan. It's in. And Michael Jordan has 4 for the quarter, as does Dave Corzine, and that's all the Bulls scoring. Moncrief misses. Long rebound to Greenwood. To Woolridge, driving all the way. And Orlando took a pretty hard fall after that layup attempt. Bulls cut it to 4. Pressey off the Brewer. Off of the glass and in.
That's Brewer's 5th basket in a row. He was 4 out of 4, Bill, up Milwaukee Sunday. He does a good job.
He has not missed a shot. Can't shoot better than that, can you? Jordan into the paint. Matthews is open. Misses again. Corzine got the rebound. Tries to go up. Passes off. Matthews running. Does it count? Yes, it does.
Corzine, credit him with some good board work. Corzine got the rebound on the play. He gets the rebound on the play here, and he sees Matthews busting in for the layup. He breaks down a lane, lays it up off the glass, and gets fouled.
Hodges got it. Timeout on the floor. 6:50 remaining first quarter of play. It's the Bucks by 4. Bill Hazen back with Johnny Kerr here from the stadium, and the score finds Milwaukee in front by 4.
Bulls playing strongly now, coming back. A nice job that time by Dave Corzine, rebounding, staying in tough. There's Corzine's crew. Let's hear it for David. Boy, he needs some help, and he's got 4 points quickly for the Bulls, and that assist belonged to him on that layup by Matthews. Craig Hodges was on the foul. That's Dave's career highs, and boy, I hope he passes all of them tonight, Bill.
Yeah, the Bulls could definitely use that. He's off to a good start scoring-wise, and he got that good offensive rebound. He has 4 points for the quarter. And the chance for the 3-point play for Little Wes, who has missed his outside shots here, but he got that layup on the feed from Corzine. He has 3, and the Bulls close it to 3, and here's some pressure on the inbounds pass by Chicago. Pressey to Moncrief. Boy, they blew right through it, didn't they? Cummings, he'll shoot it. Cummings with 4 in the first quarter. Milwaukee knifed right through that press like it wasn't even there. They passed right to the middle, and everything seemed to open up once they got the ball back to the middle. Bucks by 5. 6.5 remaining first quarter of play. Matthews, Jordan into the paint. Flipping, gets the basket on a sensational layup. He has 6.
He went right into the traffic. He found the heart of the traffic and laid it up off the glass with a great reverse move.
Moncrief the other way. Slams it home. That's Sidney's answer. He has 9 first quarter points. Well, he's been getting big numbers early in the game. He has carried, in the game we saw, Red, he carried the team on his back the first half.
Yeah, the first quarter, he really does it.
Came out strong. Here's Corzine, a fadeaway high off of the glass. Ball tipped around. Cummings got it. Hodges ahead to Moncrief. Driving strong. Lace it off. Brewer. It was blocked by Greenwood. Greenwood blocked it. Here come the Bulls out. Woolridge ahead on the drive. Woolridge converts after the strong defensive play by Greenwood, who was giving up 6 inches to Brewer. Over the sideline. And the Bulls get it out of bounds. On the turnover,
Paul Pressey on the foul. He charged right down into David Greenwood. He picks up the foul. That's his first.
So the Bulls get it back.
There's the block. David Greenwood right over the top. And Brewer might have cut a little bit of the wrist, but the Bulls will take that break.
I'll say they will. Here's Jordan. Now we had a whistle as Greenwood was trying to post. And Pressey is called for it, and the Bulls do have a height advantage at that forward spot, Red, if they can do something with it.
Don Nelson with a lot of jaw out there. He's for his players. He's telling them, don't let him cut across the lane. You got to beat him to the spot.
4th team foul. That's the last one the Bucks have to give at 5:14. Here's Jordan. First quarter of play. Bucks by 3 at 20-17. Traveling called on Michael after he thought about it and thought about it. Hugh Hollins made the call. The ball will be given side out to Milwaukee. 5:07 remaining. First quarter of play. The Bulls must win tonight. If they don't, the playoffs are over for them. And now we had contact. Moncrief came bouncing out of there, and they gave a foul to Greenwood trying to step up.
Moncrief was trying to set a screen, and Greenwood just gave him a forearm and said, hey, you little man not going to set a screen on me. David picks up his first foul.
And Greenwood now will get back down. They got a little stack over on the far side low with Brewer and Cummings over there. Here's Hodges. Brewer slides across to the near side of the floor, just out of your screen left. See if they get back to him or not. There's Brewer popping into the paint. Cummings on the drive. He was fouled. Greenwood trying to cover him. You've got to stop him from getting to the left hand, Red. He has an incredible drive to his left.
Well, they're setting up now with Brewer down low, and it's very difficult to give help on Cummings. So Cummings looks like he's going to get the ball down to Brewer, and if you don't play him, he can hit that 20-footer. He's knocked it in the whole series. That time he went to his left on a good, strong move. David had to follow him from the back, and Cummings to the line to shoot a pair. He's got 4 in the game.
He is now 11 of 12 on the series to the moment, which generates a very high free throw percentage. The Bucks have been shooting as a team over 80% for the playoffs. That's very, very good. That is certainly among the best in the NBA. Inbounds pass Corzine. They get it across. A little baseball pass. Woolridge thought about it. Didn't like the odds. Said he'll hold it up. 17 to shoot now as the Bulls get into their offense. They have Greenwood high. Corzine and Woolridge go out on the wing. They're looking inside for Greenwood and illegal defense. They got the illegal defensive call out of it on Milwaukee. Corzine cleared out of there, Red, along with Woolridge.
All right, Charles Davis comes in now. Good substitutions here in the first quarter. Pressey goes out. He's got 2 fouls, and let's see if Davis can fill that bill for him.
Inbounds pass. Bulls have not substituted as of yet. Lob for Jordan inside. Got it and jammed it down. Almost misfired on him, but Jordan, with those great hands, was able to recover.
He's got strong hands. You're right, Bill. Boy, he catches everything that's thrown at him.
Cummings again, a long one. Not this time. Corzine fighting for the board. He got it. To Matthews. Here come the Bulls on the break. Greenwood driving. And that brings the fans to life. The Bulls are back within a point. Under 4 minutes left, first quarter. And here's the pressure at half court. Hodges gets it across.
Kevin's looking for the foul on that play. He's not going to get it now. We're in play at the other end.
Yeah. And Davis looks downstairs. Jordan is on Davis. Moncrief, a long one. Oh, brother, and he knocked it right down. Tough shot. 11 first quarter points for Sidney Moncrief.
They hadn't scored in almost a little over 2.5 minutes. Moncrief was the guy that got it for him.
3-point Milwaukee lead. That was a tough shot. Double teaming pressure. They throw through it. Greenwood. Ball knocked up in the air by Cummings. Nice job. He's got Moncrief open. Davis is open. Charles Davis with his first 2. 3:13 remaining for the quarter, and the Bucks like that are right up to 5 again.
They went to the man they needed to when they were struggling a little bit. The Bulls put the good pressure on him. Moncrief knocked it in, and now a fast break off a transition game gives Davis his first 2.
Look low for Corzine. There it is. He flips it right back, and wide open, missing the shot. The Bulls get the offensive rebound after Matthews missed. Jordan all the way. Whoa! 10 points for Jordan. He just went up there and said, I'll just comfort myself on that rim a little bit.
That looks like the posters we see we drive down a freeway. He was up and away.
Boy, was he up there. Somebody hand him a parachute. Davis nearly lost. It was lost. Here's Woolridge. Hit on a break. What a great feed from Jordan. Woolridge broke out of there like he was on his way to the track meet. And Jordan hit him with a perfect pass. 6 points for Woolridge. Timeout, Milwaukee. 2.5 left for the first quarter. It's the Bucks by a point.
All right, Bill, David Greenwood only has 1 basket in the game. Here he gets a pass and lays it in over the top of Sidney Moncrief, and that's the one that Kevin was looking for the foul on. And there's the last basket on a steal. They bring it down to Davis. He puts it down. Michael has it. He takes the steal. Watch the beautiful bounce pass. Orlando Woolridge gets it up over the rim, way up high, and it's power basketball for the Bulls. They are not making anything off the glass, Bill. They are slamming them down home.
Indeed they are. The story on the inside points. And really, this has been a story of this series. The Bulls have been getting the ball inside throughout the series, as we saw right there, nearly double the point. And the field goal shooting, though, for Milwaukee, you'd swear Milwaukee was getting it inside the way they're scoring baskets.
Well, the crowd is again revved up there in this game. You're looking for the 6th man out there. The Bulls have it here in the Madhouse on Madison.
Indeed, they've still not made a change in their starting lineup. They've gone with the same 5 from the opening gun. 2:20 remaining for the first quarter. Hodges fires a long one, and he got it down. Boy, they're hitting some outside shots. You wonder how much longer Milwaukee can shoot like that. and knock them down.
It's usually live by the sword, die by the
You
sword.
bet.
You know.
How many times have we seen that this year? It's the Bucks by 3. Well, Milwaukee came out and hit 2 3-point baskets in succession. Here's Jordan with a jumper. Hit the front rim, tipped out. Nice job by Greenwood. He tipped the ball out with help from Corzine, and the Bulls have a fresh 24. 1:50 left in the first quarter of play. It is the Bucks by 3. Jordan, Moncrief is on him. Woolridge, he'll shoot it. Got it. Orlando Woolridge with 8 first quarter points. Boy, these teams are shooting the lights out. Minute 30.
Basket's supposed to be smaller, Bill, in the playoffs. Boy.
Hardly looks like it, does it? Moncrief, Quentin Daly getting off the Bulls bench. Here is Lister firing. Hit the back rim. The Bulls can take the lead. 28-27 Milwaukee. Jordan brings it across. Jordan, stutter step. This would be the Bulls' first lead if they get it. Corzine. And Woolridge was going strong for it.
Good pass by Corzine again. Woolridge filled that spot. They double team on one side. Woolridge, who can do it with the left hand, gets way up high, but Alton Lister takes the foul. Good movement of the ball. Matthews to Corzine. Corzine catches O coming in. And that noise you hear is not a boo here. That's for Q, Quentin Daly, as he replaces Wes Matthews.
Woolridge gets to the foul line. 8 first quarter points.
I'm sorry, he didn't replace Wes Matthews. He took, is it Michael Jordan? He took out Michael Jordan, right.
We have a tie.
Now Corzine leaves and Juwan Oldham comes in. Listen to hand for Dave Corzine.
Yeah, they did a great job. He really earned the ovation he's getting. And Juwan Oldham coming in. Woolridge has 10 first quarter points. That's the big game the Bulls have been looking for from him, and the Bulls lead it by a point at 29-28. In the fourth quarter, here comes Milwaukee. The Bulls had one lead early. They scored the first basket of the game, and since then, Milwaukee has led from the start. Here's a foul now. As Ricky Pierce had come in for Milwaukee, and Matthews got it.
That signal Hugh Hollins gave, he gave a big sweep of the hand and he pointed to one. I don't think he could push that hard if he had to, but Moncrief is on the line. The Bucks and Bulls both independently who shoot the free throw. Free throws.
Yeah. What we've seen so far in this series, the tendency has been for Moncrief to leave the game the moment that Jordan leaves the game. They've kind of reacted to when Jordan's in there. Moncrief is in there, but now they're leaving him in for a little extra spurt here. And Moncrief, who has 28 of 30, and then just add one to it. Now it's 29 of 31 in the playoffs for Super Sid.
Those are the kind that hurt you, though. There's one's way out in the corner when the official blows the foul, puts the guy to the line and shoot two on a ticky-tack.
13 first quarter points for Sidney Moncrief, and the Bucks lead by a point. We're under a minute. 45 seconds remaining in the quarter. First quarter of play. Here's Quentin Daly. Was lobbed away from him. Matthews thought he was going to cut one way. An unforced error, if you will, as they call it in tennis. Here's Milwaukee. Pressey. Look out. Driving all the way. And offensive foul called on Pressey. He used his left elbow.
That's Pressey's third, too, Bill. And you know how many times we've seen him make that move? He brings the ball up. The C parts. He goes in for the layup. This time, Juwan is waiting for him. You see the left arm clear him out. That's the second offensive foul. Pressey is going to leave the game, I believe. Any quickly?
Yep. Charles Davis has replaced him, Red. You're right. And so now it'll be Moncrief and Pierce in the backcourt. Davis, Lister, and Cummings up front for Milwaukee. Here's Woolridge. There's an 8-second difference between the clocks here. The Bulls can't hold for the last shot. An offensive foul called on Greenwood, trying to post on Moncrief. And the Bucks get a break there. Greenwood with his third. And he's not happy about that. And a delay of game warning going against the Bulls. And Sidney Green comes into the Bulls lineup as Greenwood goes to the bench.
That's a move now. We see Sidney Green coming in, a first power substitute. I guess Steve Johnson, they haven't had too much success with that broken thumb, so they go to the young man, Sidney Green.
Here's Pierce. Bucks are holding for the last shot. We're down to 10 1/4. And there's a whistle. And it's Wes Matthews.
I'll tell you, I was just watching him go down. Moncrief went down and set a screen and rolled out to the side. Wes was trying to stay with him. And again, it's that foul on the side. 8 seconds to go. The Bucks going to attack the basket, and now they'll be at the free throw line. And this is one thing you cannot do, is see this guy go to the line and beat you with those one-on-one situations where he's not even involved in the action. And here's another surprise now. Kevin Greavy, who can fire that ball in from three-point range. He gives Terry Cummings a little bit of a rest there.
Greavy has the most playoff experience of any player on the floor. He has played in 65 playoff games.
He's got a world championship ring from Washington.
You bet he does. Hey, how about that? Moncrief missed. You won't see that happen very often. What a great percentage he has from the 31 attempts that he's generated in this series. Milwaukee has gotten to the line decidedly more than the Bulls have. Moncrief with 14. That's been the difference in the series. Here are the Bulls, 5 seconds in the quarter. Jordan hit the back of his foot. Got it back with 2, with 1. Oh, and he nearly put that in under heavy pressure. And he was under pressure, let me tell you, when he let the shot go. First quarter of play. It's the Milwaukee Bucks leading the Bulls by 2. Virtually at capacity here tonight in Game 3 of this first round. Best of 5 series action. The Milwaukee Bucks have a 2-point lead as of the first quarter. The Bucks have been doing it, Johnny. Well, the good luck man is here tonight, complete with sunglasses here to watch the Bulls, see if he can bring them home a winner. The Bucks have been doing it with outside shooting here, and it'll be, really, it isn't too much apparent from the statistics here. We've had a technical foul called on Wes Matthews while we were away, but the Bucks have gotten most of their points from outside, surprisingly.
Look at the rebounds there, 14-6, and the Bulls still trail. Corzine with 4, Jordan with 4 lead the Bucks. Bucks shooting 61% from the field. The Bulls not far behind. The Bulls just not getting to the free throw line that often. They were there for one on Wes Matthews on a 3-point play. There's a was that a technical foul?
Yes, it was called on Wes Matthews at the end of the first quarter, and Moncrief missed the tech. So the ball goes out of bounds, and the Bucks have it to begin the second quarter of play after the Bulls had won the first possession of the game. So second quarter action now set to get underway as Milwaukee comes into the forecourt.
Paul Mokeski in there now with young Sidney Green.
Lister. Mokeski has made a difference in this series. Here's Pierce, fires. Missed badly. Boy, Juwan was really on him. We had a foul in the backcourt, and it was called on Moncrief.
Good, strong rebound that time, and I'll tell you what, Juwan Oldham came out hard on that missed shot by Pierce. He was all over the shot, and getting the rebound was Green. Foul on Moncrief.
Here's Orlando Woolridge. He's covered by Davis. They'll try to do some business there if they can. Ball fed to Sidney Green. He'll take the shot. Missed it. Got his own rebound. Looking to pass off. Kicks it out to Daly. Quinton fires. Didn't get it. Long rebound. Juwan Oldham into the paint. Comes up firing. Shot blocked by Lister. Tipped out of bounds. And Milwaukee will have to play more defenses. The Bulls got the ball.
Q didn't get that in his rhythm that time, and he missed that one pretty badly. And then Juwan tried to go up with a shot. It was knocked out by Lister.
Inbounds pass. Bulls have it now. Trailing by 2. Just underway in the second quarter. Nobody has scored yet. Woolridge going through. Hit the front rim on it. Mokeski got the rebound. To Davis. Tries to slip around Jordan. Drops it off to Mokeski. Here are the Bucks now. Pierce. Low to Lister. Kind of mishandled it. Here's Davis coming through. Got the hoop. Charles Davis hit with a pass, put it up and in. One of many Milwaukee role players. He knows what he has to do coming off the bench. Just simply goes and does his job.
They find the open man on a double team.
Really do. Here's Jordan. Sidney Green, he's wide open. Hits it. Sidney Green knocks it down.
Oh, I'd like to see this kid have a game.
Yeah, I really would too, because he's waited his chance. And he has all the tools. There's any doubt about that. Moncrief, it's fed in low. They were going for Lister, and they gave a foul to Juwan Oldham, and Steve Johnson leaps off of the Bulls bench. Oldham with his first. And the Bulls first, common foul. Steve Johnson replaces Orlando Woolridge in the Bulls lineup. So now Sidney Green and Johnson in there along with Oldham. This may be the strongest rebounding lineup that the Bulls can put on the floor. Green gets a foul, trying to deny Lister.
Well, that might be the right guy to foul if you're going to do it. Of all the free throw shooters, I think they'd be shooting up around 90%. He puts the ball down. He's going to go to the side, and Sidney reaches for it, picks the foul up. But if there was a guy you were going to foul, I would believe that would be the guy you'd go for.
Yeah, I would say so.
4 out of 8 Sunday, shooting about 65% from the line. Everybody else seems to be up over the 80 mark.
All right, On the series, he's 9 of 17, just barely over 500. He misses. Now 9 of 18.
Well, you're 7 foot and you can't make that free throw. You want to get out of there in a hurry. This crowd will let you know, too.
They sure will. He missed them both. Bulls have the rebound, and they can tie the game with a basket. Michael Jordan will bring it up. Moncrief backpedaling on defense. Daly is covered by Pierce.
They're saving Terry Cummings now. He hasn't been in for a while.
Yeah, indeed, he has not. Jordan looking. Sidney Green. He'll shoot it. Nope. Jawan Oldham way up there. I think he got fouled as he went up. And it's on Pierce. Jawan started to operate down there, going real hard to the offensive glass. One thing that we can't forget about this game, Red, is the very simple fact of life that the Bulls will expend all energy to win it.
Oh, yeah.
Milwaukee can afford to hold back ever so slightly. Chicago has no alternative.
That's what the Cleveland series did. They kept Boston kept Larry Bird out of the game.
Yep. Cleveland responded with a win, although ironically, Wedman, who replaced him, scored 30. Did you see that?
But that's about all he does is score. The other by Bird does a little everything, doesn't he?
Jordan to Steve Johnson. We had a foul in traffic. Johnson went up for the shot, but the foul was before that. Paul Mokeski got it. That's his first.
All right, they try to take Michael Jordan, and Nelly says, we're going to come at him with all kind of different guys, and there Mokeski hits him right across the back of the head, and it's a pass-off, so Sid Green will put it in bounds.
13 foul on the Bucks. Common foul. Bulls with a fresh 24.
Well, they don't care who they come at Jordan with. They come at the big guys, the small guys. Doesn't make any difference. Daly has a tough time getting a shot off here now.
Daly spinning. He'll shoot it. Hit the front rim. Pierce with a rebound. Up the floor he comes. Will he challenge Oldham? Passes off. Shot was blocked in the air. Let's see who got it. Sidney Green got the foul. They wanted goaltending. Davis was driving.
Here's the pass-off on the side. Davis comes up. Jawan is there, but Green hits him from the back. Gets a good piece of the ball. But Sidney took a piece of the man with him. Game getting a little physical now?
Oh, just a little. Just a little bit. Tiny little bit. These two teams know each other so well. We see probably Milwaukee scouts here more than anybody else during the year. That's because these guys are close enough that you get a feeling. They watch the local TV. Maybe some Bulls people live up north can watch the Milwaukee TV. You know, you get a real good feeling there.
If you want to know what they know, not only do they do all their scouting, but they've got a guy named Rod Thorne who did all the scouting for them and sat and told the Bucks just what was going on in the Bulls organization.
Across the timeline is Jordan. Here's Daly into the paint. The shot was blocked by Alton Lister. Pass kicked out. Moncrief had it. Won the ball back. Here he comes. Here's Davis driving. Got the hoop. Big hoop. Big hoop right there. Charles Davis with 8. Off of the Bucks bench.
Big drive into the middle by Quentin Daly. I don't think he's going to get a layup. They're going to make him pay for each time he takes it to the hoop.
Jordan to Oldham. Jawan thought about it. Passed to Jordan. Nearly stolen. Pierce kicked him. Pierce kicked him. That's his second. And that's the 4th on Milwaukee. That's the last they have to give. As Hodges will come back, and so does Cummings come back. Moncrief goes out for a breather. And Charles Davis, who, well, I'll tell you this, all he's done is come off the bench and score 8 points. So Davis has really done it. That's his best career playoff performance. And he's done it all in 1 quarter. Cummings was 6 to the moment, as you saw, as he came back in. Here's Sidney Green. He'll shoot it. Oldham with a rebound. Look at him go up high. Offensive foul, says Hugh Hollins.
What a terrible call.
From half court, said Hugh Hollins.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you, that's the Academy Award, that trip. If there was a foul on a play, it was in getting the rebound, not in taking the shot. Mokeski does it well.
He does. Boy, he knows how to fall down with the best. It comes naturally for him, I guess.
Well, you talked about role players, and he does it.
Yeah, he sure does. Here's Hodges with a shot. Didn't go. Oldham got the rebound. The Bulls will come out of there trailing by 6. 8:15 remaining. Steve Johnson trying to work on Mokeski. Daly will shoot it high off of the glass and in. Quentin Daly gets rolling. He finally has his first 2. And the Bulls pull within 4. It's been a tight game here at the stadium. Well, just like the last 2. Hodges to Lister. Fans wanted traveling. To Pierce. Looking. Daly came to switch out on him. Here's Cummings. Shot was blocked. Juwan Oldham, I think. 3 seconds to shoot. Hodges rolled it over the top, and Daly got the rebound. Comes flying out of there with it. Q to Jordan. Fakes. Leans in and fires. Cummings forced him to adjust the shot there. Here's Pierce, a 2-on-1. Cummings gets the hoop.
Cummings knew he didn't want to put the ball down. He just wanted to fill the lane. He did it beautifully, and it pays off. He's got his 8th point.
Bucks by 6 at 39-33. 7.5 minutes remaining. And Daly, as the Bulls cross the timeline, calls for time. The Bulls will take it with 7:19 remaining. In the second quarter of play, it's the Bucks leading by 6. He made the trip in from Los Angeles, I think, is now his outpost.
Yeah, he was in the All-Star game at Los Angeles. Shooting percentage for the Bulls, 18%. They're 2 out of 11 from the field. 3 out of 6, 50% for the Milwaukee Bucks. Bulls having a tough time now.
Yeah, Quentin Daly has missed a few of those, I'm sure. He's had a tough time getting going. He'll fire again. And this time he gets it down. Quentin Daly with 4.
He can take it over Hodges. He had a tough time over Pierce, though. Pierce a little more muscular, a little stronger, a little taller.
So perhaps they can get the matchup. Pierce has to go to work on Jordan. He'll have his hands full. Here's Cummings, and Woolridge right in his face. Missed the shot. Long rebound. Mokeski saved it. Pierce. Hodges. That's a 2-pointer. And it goes down. Hodges knocks it down. Boy, Milwaukee has some great outside shooters on this team. For some odd reason, it didn't come through to me during the regular season that they were as good shooting from the outside as they've shown in this series. Woolridge with a shot. Nope. Lister got the rebound with Mokeski right there to help him.
All those power dunks now have been gone because the Bucks are not allowing that transition game to happen.
There's Pierce trying to drive. Jordan looks for the steal. Mokeski put it down. Paul Mokeski, and some openings are springing up in the Bulls' defense. And the Bucks are punishing the Bulls, the largest lead of 8 points.
They need Corzine back in there now to open it up a little bit because they're not going to go outside. If Juwan Oldham is not in the middle, and when he's down in the middle, Lister just stays right with them.
Sidney Green with Mokeski on him. Goes down low to Woolridge. Operating in strong. Got the hoop. That time they got it in there all right. That's a dozen for Woolridge in the first half. Pierce, 5:50 remaining in a half. A little more than halfway through second quarter of play. Pierce, he traveled with it. Mishandled the ball. The Bulls could cut it down to 4 if they score here. And that brings Moncrief off of the bench for Milwaukee, and Craig Hodges goes to the bench for a little breather. Michael Jordan will bring it across. He has not been substituted for yet in this game.
See where Lester's playing? Look where he's down in the paint there. And you see where Juwan is out past the 3-point.
Woolridge went up, and Mokeski blasted him, trying to block the shot. Mokeski took the foul. That's number 2 on him.
They will not give you the layup, and there it is. Mokeski says, I can't give it to you here. He goes up strong, takes a piece of the body out of Orlando. Orlando shoots 2.
Jordan drew a tremendous amount of the defense right to him. And Woolridge will go for points number 13 and 14 here. He's on the board with 13.
Boy, he had the jitters in that opening game Friday, but since then he has really got it all together.
And he's playing very well. And that's where the Bulls have to really concentrate and get the job done. Because I'll tell you, Paul Pressey has had a very good series until tonight. He hasn't scored yet in this game. The Bulls have a decided edge at that small forward spot. 12 seconds to shoot. Here's Cummings. Woolridge is on him. 2 great athletes. Cummings a long one. Nope, not this time. Mokeski tried to bang it around. Bulls come flying out with it. Woolridge on the break. Stutter steps. Goes up strong. Foul. Basket. It counts. They call goaltending. Says Jess Kersey. It counts.
He draws the foul and the goaltend, and I think Sidney Moncrief's going to pick the foul up. That's the 3rd on Sid Moncrief. Orlando goes in strong. Now watch this. It's up off the glass, and it's wiped out by either Terry Cummings hit it or Davis, one of the two. Banged it off the glass, but more important, that's a 3rd foul on Sidney Moncrief. Now, he is a good defensive player, Bill. He watches himself. He'll try to stay out of that foul trouble.
Woolridge has 17 first-half points. Michael Jordan has not scored this quarter, so it's Woolridge who's been carrying the Bulls on his back. And the Bucks by a point at 43-42. Chicago's come roaring back, but look out, Pierce. Oh, and what a jam he put down. Woolridge tried to block it, but no way.
Got to get out of that trap constantly. You can't stay in it constantly.
And they've been burned at the back a little with it. Here's Jordan now, trying to penetrate. Double teaming. We've seen so much double teaming this series. Woolridge, the open man. Nope. Sidney Green got it. Went up and he was fouled. And it's Cummings who got it, I believe.
Terry Cummings got the foul. Let's take a look at the last basket. There's the man open, and it's a slam over Orlando by Pierce. At this time, Green catches the rebound. Now, here's the shot by Orlando. Watch Sidney Green work hard inside. The ball comes over the top. He goes up, gets good position, takes it back up over Terry Cummings. He just can't get the ball off the glass and in, but he draws the foul. Cummings now with his second.
We've talked so much about Sidney Green as a rebounder. We haven't mentioned much about his free throw shooting, and even though he missed that one, he's been knocking down free throws at a tremendous rate. Now, take a look at that was good. His free throw percentage there was good for number 3 on the team this year. Sid gets that one down, and the Bulls have cut it to 2. 45-43, 4.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. And at the half, Johnny is going to be visiting with NBA Commissioner, the new commissioner of the National Basketball Association. Here's Pierce with a shot. Got it down. And Ricky Pierce with his first 2. That's halftime guest, Commissioner David Stern. And I'll be talking about playoff experience on the NBA Journal. The shot on the way and good by Quentin Daly. Oh, he was at a tough angle, tiptoeing to try to stay on his feet.
Michael Jordan, a great athlete that he is, draws attention and hits the open man. He knows Q can nail it.
And he did just that. He has 6. 3:48 remaining for the quarter. Pierce driving. Shot. No, it didn't go down. A battle for it up at rim level. Let's see. Foul.
It's a ball out of bounds. It's going to be Bucks ball, but I thought Lister touched that ball off the rim.
I thought so, too. Boy, he was right up there. I don't know if that... Let's see if it got out of the cylinder or not.
All right, the ball is up, and there it's on the rim. Nope, no, he didn't. Okay.
Right. Well, I felt like you did, Red. Cummings into the paint, all the way. Goaltending, it counts. Foul called 2 on the drive.
Big hoop for Terry Cummings. He shows a little move left, and then it's power right down the lane. It's not Joanne Oldham's fault, although he picks up the goaltend on it. I think it would have gone in.
Not much to be done there. The foul was called against Orlando Woolridge, trying to deny him as he was going down the paint. And Cummings with a chance for a 3-point play. He has 10. He's there. 11 points for Terry Cummings. Latest high school ball right here in town. Bucks by 5 now. 3.5 minutes left for the quarter. And Jordan brings it across. Try to pick off Pierce. Jordan driving. Foul. Lister. That's number 2 on him. And that will put Jordan at the foul line. The Bulls have been in the bonus since 5:34. And the Bucks have yet to get there. And that's one thing that has helped Chicago. They have not, up until this point anyway, really been shooting the majority of the free throws.
The free throws have sort of switched. One quarter, the Bucks will shoot 16. It seems like then the quarter, the Bulls will shoot 12 or 13. It never seems to go 8 or 10 free throws for each team.
Yeah. That's the first point for Jordan in this quarter. Cummings comes over and gets set on the low block. Sidney Moncrief goes to the bench. Right. And let's see, who it wasn't Hodges, I guess, who came back in, wasn't it?
Yeah, they got the big men in there now. They got Cummings at the small forward, Mokeski at the power forward, and Liston at the center. And in the back, they've got Pierce and Hodges.
That's the second one. Mokeski got the rebound. And it's the Bucks by 4. Into the forecourt comes Hodges. Jordan is on him. Terry Cummings. Woolridge trying to lean down. Lister gave him the screen. Comes up firing. Missed on the shot. Rebound foul. Sid Green got it, and Mokeski is called for going up over the back.
That's the third on Big Mokeski, and the Bucks in a penalty. Big, strong rebound by Sidney. And now I would really play a tight man-to-man defense with the switching. I wouldn't try to trap with the big guys in there. There's a shot from behind the backboard, and, well, sort of a tacky foul there, but...
Might have been really before we could even see it. It looked like Sidney was kind of moving in as our lens widened to pick him up. He might have been hit before he went up for his jump. Right?
Yeah. He's exploding, though, off that ground. Okay, so that's not his kind of a touch, but boy, oh boy.
Well, there's nobody in the league I know of who consistently shoots them that way. That's the way I knock them in, Red. 5 points for Sidney Green, all in this quarter. Gary Reinsdorf, the new Bulls owner, and a contingent looking on here tonight. It is the Bucks 50, the Bulls 48. Cummings. We had another tight game. Offensive foul? Yes, sir. And it was away from the ball. They tried to set a down screen there. Mokeski, I think, got it.
That's his fourth.
That's 4 on him, and he's in trouble, and the Bucks will call timeout to think it over with 2:50 remaining for the second quarter. It's the Bucks by 2. Well, Hazen back with Johnny Kerr here, and we want to remind you that if the Bulls can keep it alive, there are some good seats still available. 7 p.m. the game time for Game 4. The Bucks taking on the Bulls. I guarantee you that game will be sold out if the Bulls can manage to win tonight. So you might want to think about tickets. I'm not sure if we'll be televising that game or not. We won't know until later on, but keep doing the sports visit. We'll appraise you of that. But you want to be here on hand if you can for the thundering crowd, what the stadium crowd is really all about, to see the Bulls and Bucks do it if the Bulls win tonight. Otherwise, if the Bucks win, of course, the series is over. So, hey, there's a look at a guy who played outstanding high school ball in Northwest Indiana.
He killed us when he was with the Bucks, but now he's with the Clippers in L.A., and he's the man that was involved in this trade for Terry Cummings. And boy, the Bucks are really pleased. They hated to give up Junior, but they're pleased with what very pleased what they've got in TC.
I'm sure they miss Junior Bridgman quite a bit. And I'm sure he misses being out there. He must have very mixed feelings. Jordan fires a shot. No! And Lister got the rebound. We should inform you, Lister got that last foul, not Mokeski. So Lister has 3 on him. The jump shot was partially blocked by Oldham. They fight for it underneath. Tipped over the sideline. Pierce threw it up there, and Jawan Oldham got a hand on that one. Partially deflected it.
Well, he's got a tough job now. He's got to watch Brewer on the short shot. He's got to be in there to try to block anything that comes down the lane.
What a great job the Bulls have done on the boards, as you saw, with a 10-rebound advantage. Cummings will shoot it over Green. Gets it down. I haven't seen Terry Cummings have a cold spot yet on the shots he's taken. It's Milwaukee by 4.
Yes.
And Woolridge gets a hoop at the other end. 19 points for Orlando. Sailing through the air.
That might be on Brewer. I think it is. Brewer trying to get himself together to stop him. Orlando's got his full head of steam. And you saw Brewer sort of drift over on that play. And he picks up the foul. Big play. The Bulls did not want to turn that one over. Orlando, with 19 in the game, got a chance for 20. Corzine back in now for Jawan Oldham.
Woolridge now at 20 points as he got that free throw to go. He is having a big, big game. It's the Bucks by a point. And Dave Corzine will be matched up on Brewer now. As you mentioned, Randy had come back in. Here's Hodges. Fed to the medium post to Brewer. Hodges, a three-pointer. Not this time. Corzine got the rebound. To Jordan. Can he get to the basket? Driving! Yes, he got there! He got there! He got around Brewer and put it in. 13 points. And the Bulls have taken the lead, 53 to 52, and listen to this crowd roar. That's what Milwaukee has to play against now. Brewer. To Pierce. Firing. No. Lister got hit under there. Offensive foul called on Lister as Jordan got taken out. If that's on Lister, that's 4 on him.
Craig Hodges.
Yep.
Yeah, his second.
That's how Jordan flew out of there, Red. I guess as Hodges banged him out.
Boy, from where I was sitting, all I could see was Big 53 come across and the body move out, but Hodges must have had the low trying to block Jordan out. That's only his second. Michael Jordan with that fast break layup in foot race with Randy Brewer. Now nails the free throw here.
14 points for Michael. The Bulls tie their largest lead of the game. They only had it right at the beginning on the opening basket. Jordan gets it down. He has 15 first half points, and the Bulls have come roaring back. They lead it now by 3. 1:20 left in the first half. It is a solidly partisan Chicago Bulls house here at the stadium tonight. Hodges. Brewer's way out. He won't do much damage out there. Lobbing. He put it off of the rim by accident. The Bulls came out of there with it. They were trying to post Alton Lister. 1 minute left to go. Second quarter. Corzine. Woolridge. Lob for Sidney Green. Kicks it out to Jordan. 10 seconds to shoot. Jordan driving. Pump fake. Gets it up there. No. Green got the rebound. Tipped it to Jordan. Follows. And he was fouled. He was fouled. It won't count. He was fouled beforehand. Hugh Hollis made the call. Jordan was fouled.
Hodges fouled him, I believe. Yeah. I think Ricky Pierce. Is that Hodges or Pierce now with it? Let's take a look and see what happened here. All right, the shot goes up. They flip it back out. Michael Jordan's got the ball. There's 22 reaching in. All right, Ricky Pierce with the foul.
Yeah, they did give it to Pierce. That's his third. And Jordan gets to the line. That tip by Corzine did not count. The whistle had sounded. The crowd was so loud, nobody could hear it.
Yeah, I didn't hear the whistle at all.
Jordan misses the first one. Bulls lead at 3. Steve Johnson comes in. Kevin Greavy back in for Milwaukee.
Orlando sitting down now. They don't want to get him in any foul trouble. He's got 2.
Yeah. Here's Michael. And he gets it. Jordan, by the way, has only 1 foul, if you're curious about that. So everybody's staying healthy as far as the foul situation goes. Here's Greavy. He can shoot it with the best of them. Brewer.
Travel.
He traveled with it. Sure enough, Red, you caught it. And the Bulls have it back.
You know, that comes with the lack of playing time. He wanted to hit the man coming by, but he was covered, and he tried to put the ball down, hesitated. Now the Bulls have a 24-second clock here. There would be 14 seconds difference, Bill, in the clock.
So Milwaukee would appear to be in a position for the last shot, unless the Bulls get a quickie. Jordan, Woolridge driving inside, rolled it up. Nope. He was fouled. Steve Johnson took the rebound, or Green took the rebound and slammed it in. But the foul was called on Lister. Alton Lister, I think. And that would be number 4 on him.
All right, here's Orlando, drives right underneath between Lister and Brewer, and he hangs well, puts the ball up off the glass, and you'll see Sidney Green rams it on in, but it's too late now at the line. Woolridge with 20 first half points, 30 seconds to go here. He can give the Bulls the increased lead, and the Bulls are now getting that shot underneath the basket or going to the free throw line.
They've gone back to that power game you mentioned earlier, Red. They're getting it inside. Now the Bulls are platooning with each dead ball. Now Green goes to the bench and Steve Johnson comes in.
All right, Davis comes in for Alton Lister, so now they're trying to prevent fouls here, and keep an eye on Greavy. They'll look for him as the outlet man. Here Hodges for the long 3-pointer.
Brewer mans the post for Milwaukee, and boy, what a great second quarter. 12 points for Orlando Woolridge. There's a 5-second difference between the clocks. The Bulls could have the last shot here. They should have it. Here's Hodges. The Bulls now leading by 6. This is their largest lead of the game. Charles Davis, 9 to shoot. Greavy. Hodges, a long one. That's a 3-pointer. Missed everything. Cummings got the rebound. Basket, it counts. Working inside. That's a big hoop for Milwaukee with 8 seconds left on the clock. Steve Johnson got the foul.
Oh, they play pretty good defense here. The shot comes from the outside. It's short, but Cummings right on the ball. He fights strong, gets the ball underneath, gives the fake, gets control of the ball, goes up on the other side, lays it in on a reverse, draws the foul. Orlando Woolridge is back in the game. 8 seconds to go now. Cummings with a big basket to bring his team back to 4.
And Cummings has a chance here to cut it even more, and he does so. The Bulls will have the last shot. 16 points. Let's see how much pressure Milwaukee puts on. Jordan with 5. You see the time remaining. Jordan on the baseline. Underneath, Steve Johnson stolen away. Nobody will get a shot off. The half is over. And the Chicago Bulls are bringing this crowd to its feet as they will take a lead into the locker room at the half. The Chicago Bulls leading. Signs of kissing this thing off by a long shot, Red. They've come back here with tremendous tenacity tonight.
They have. They've done a super job. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. First of all, a guy that hasn't got much play in this series, Dave Corzine grabs the rebound, puts it down, and goes over the top to Wes Matthews, who breaks for the basket and lays it in. And Wes Matthews got fouled on a play, converted into a 3-point play. Let's take a look now at the master of the power forwards. Beautiful rebound by Terry Cummings, takes it and lays it back in. Now here's Orlando Woolridge, one of the small forwards for the Bulls. Wheels on the top over Paul Pressey, knocks the slam down in. And then we've got Mr. Jordan. What is Mr. Jordan here? He goes around everybody, brings the ball in, throws it out, hits it off the glass, and pops it in. And now Michael Jordan, let's see how good a defensive player is. Watch the ball get put down. Whoop, Michael's got it. Hand is quicker than the eye. He's going to give a beautiful pass to Orlando. He doesn't have to break stride, and a slam dunk on the way down. That was beautiful from a steal. You want to see how the fast break should be run. Take a look at this between Terry Cummings. He throws the ball over here to Pierce. Cummings takes the ball in stride, lays it up off the glass. Beautiful work by the Bucks also.
And on the scoreboard, the individual breakdown for Milwaukee, Cummings and Moncrief, well up in double figures, Davis and Hodges. The foul situation of very serious concern. Moncrief has 4 and a bunch of others. Moncrief with 3, rather, and a bunch of others with 3 or 4 to worry about. Chicago Bulls, boy, Woolridge and Jordan really did it, didn't they, with big halves. Nobody in serious foul trouble right now. Second half action coming up from the stadium. There's a guy who remembers what it's like to hear the fans yelling at Chicago Stadium. You know, Reggie Theus's record was broken this year by Michael Jordan, Red, for games over 40 points in a single season. Michael had 7 of them. Reggie's old record was 6.
Reggie be playing for the Sacramento Blue Jays or something like that. We don't know yet. All right, here's a look at the halftime stats, Bill.
Great shooting, but for Milwaukee, a field goal percentage of 52.4. The Bulls got a lot more shots at the hoop, or 5 of them, and converted an even number of field goals. The difference is at the foul line between these two teams, and it's been swinging back and forth. And how about the rebounds and the number of points from the Bucks bench has done a good job holding them in. Point-wise, Corzine was 7 rebounds on the half. If you're looking at the number 26, it breaks down Corzine, the leader. Also, let's see how Sidney Green did off the Bulls bench with 4, Oldham with 4, and Michael Jordan with 4 to add to that total.
All right, in game 1 now, Michael Jordan had 4 points in the second half. He was 0 of 7 from the field, had 4 free throws, and in the game 2, he had 9 points, a team high of 30, but he was a little bit reserved this half. He wasn't looking to the hoop that much, trying to get it to his teammates, and here we go, Billy.
I'll tell you what I worry about is the Bulls didn't get Jordan much of a rest, and some of their key players as well, Woolridge too. You wonder if down the stretch they're going to have enough. Just underway, third quarter. The Bulls expend every bit of energy tonight. They have no margin for error. They must win or they are out. Here's Cummings with a long one over Greenwood. Gets it down. Cummings with 18 points. And Greenwood was up on him when he took the shot. And that makes it a 1-point game again in favor of the Chicago Bulls. Here's Woolridge. Goes to Jordan. Matthews. Greenwood will look inside. Jordan flashes down low. And we had a whistle. Greenwood went down. So did Pressey, and they called a foul on David Greenwood. That is number 4 on him, and he is the Bull who is in the most serious trouble. No team foul on that. Here's Milwaukee. Cummings attacking to the left hand. Got the hoop. Well, you can't let him do that. He'll score every time going that way over the middle. And now Milwaukee has come right back and taken the lead at 59-58. They've come out of the gate with 4 quick hoops, or quick points, rather. Jordan throws it to Greenwood. He's the open man. Comes up firing.
Oh, it was down, wasn't it?
Boy, it went around that ring every which way. Milwaukee can go up by 3 if they score. Pressey pitches it out. That's a long one by Hodges. Did not go. He got the long rebound. Driving right up the gut.
6-0 rip here now by the Bucks. They take the lead.
Yeah, they've done it. Coming out of the gate, Milwaukee has come right back. They trap at half court, 22nd timeout for the Chicago Bulls as they want to make sure that nothing happens here that can affect the situation. Kevin Lockery does not want this to get out of hand and get too far back. Right?
I think he also did that to get David Greenwood out of the game. They didn't want to draw another foul on him. He's sitting down. Sidney Green is in for him. And also, watch what the Bucks do when Kevin signals for a timeout. The Bucks really double team the ball. They try to get that steal just before the timeout is called. Also,
not a bad move on their part. They're a very smart basketball team. This Milwaukee team is. I see Randy Brewer coming off the bench for Milwaukee. So now it's Brewer, Cummings, and Pressey up front. Corzine gets the inbounds pass under very heavy pressure. Nearly foul. Boy, he could look pretty angry. A baseball pass inside for Green, and he got hammered by Moncrief.
That's 4 on Moncrief. Boy, they put such great pressure on at half court. Corzine fired a baseball pass, and I'll tell you something, Sid Green did what he should do. He had the little man, he took him out, posted him up, and drew the foul.
Bulls on the common foul. Feed to Corzine. He got hit by Brewer. He got hit by Brewer trying to knock the ball away, and Brewer has 2.
And real quick now, foul. Bang, bang.
Yep.
Good pass down to David. Brewer reached in, got the foul, drew it right there.
Common foul. Bulls out of bounds as we return live. Matthews to Woolridge. Into the paint he goes. Ball stripped away. Sidney Green came up with it. A shot was blocked as he tried to come up firing in traffic. Here's Moncrief. Ahead to Brewer. Out of did Randy Brewer get down court so fast? He has 4, and Milwaukee has increased its lead to 5. And
that's 8 straight. Yeah, 8 straight points for him.
Still sitting on 58. And the Bucks have caught him and passed him. Here's Jordan. It goes to Sidney Green. He'll shoot it. Rolled it over the top. And the Bucks will try for 10 in a row if they can here. Hodges through the middle. Moncrief driving. He got hit. Jordan.
Boy, they are just forcing it right down the throat of the Bulls. They are taking it right down the middle, getting layups. That time, Moncrief, he drew the foul on Michael.
Common foul. Bucks lead at 5. The ball goes into Brewer. Back to Moncrief and right back to Brewer. Those two play catch. Brewer shoots it. Misses. Moncrief got loose in there. Moncrief came out of nowhere. He has 16, and the Bucks have run off 10 straight.
All right, watch him. See here, calling a timeout. You see him wave for him to try to put the pressure on, but the Bulls get the timeout.
An unscheduled timeout indeed with 9.5 minutes remaining here in the third. It is the Bucks 65 and the Bulls 58. Run for Milwaukee. Dancing Barry has little to dance about for the Chicago Bulls tonight as he runs right into the one of the vendors.
There's a shot by Brewer. Watch in your screen. Sidney Moncrief on the move. He takes it and puts it right down and in the hoop for 2.
From the baseline that time, Moncrief got loose, followed the shot. Yeah, they reverse. Dancing Barry put an offensive charge right there on the vendor and blasted into him, and some peanuts came out. So now the Bulls have to go to work. They're down 7. They were up 3 at the half. Milwaukee's run off 10 straight. Here's Woolridge inside Corzine. Going for it over the middle. Rolled it in. That breaks the drought. Dave Corzine was 6. The Bulls back within 5.
They feel Corzine can score down low on Brewer, who is 7-2.
Here's Pressey. Well, Milwaukee has really clicked a few off, haven't they? Cummings tried to drop it off. Did it hit a Bulls player? It did, they say. Oh, I thought Cummings would just go ahead and shoot that one, Red. He tried to drop it off for Brewer, and Brewer was looking for the shot.
Yeah, he got in that close. I thought Terry might just scoop it up with the right hand and in.
Yeah. Brewer with the inbounds. Moncrief low.
He caught his own pass.
Yeah, he did. You're right, Red.
Yep.
Traveling is called. Put it up. Didn't hit anything.
You see Moncrief said, yep, I did. He was in such a hurry to get to the hoop that he fought Brewer for it, took it right out of his hands.
And it would have been much wiser for him had Brewer caught it.
Yeah, that's right.
Here's Jordan. Double team him, throws it over the double team to Corzine. Looking to Woolridge. He'll shoot. Gets it. Orlando with 24 points. The Bulls have it back to 3. At 65-62, and now the Bulls have run off a string of 4. Here's Brewer, nearly traveled. Cummings trying to work toward that screen situation. To Pressey. Bulls handled that nice defensively. Brewer low. Hit the front rim. Green comes flying out of there with it. Here are the Bulls. They can cut it to 1. Matthews. Orlando Woolridge goes for it. Hits it. He's red hot. Woolridge is on fire.
A hot ticket, Billy. You're right. A hot ticket.
And the Bulls have run off 6 straight. Finally got off of 58. I thought they'd never get off of it.
That scared me when the Bucks got up that 8 points. Oh, boy, I thought it could be a long, long second half here.
4 minutes old here in the third quarter. Ball stolen away. Jordan chased it down. How did he keep control of that ball? What a beautiful job. He stole the ball away. Here come the Bulls. Low to Sid Green. Going for it. Got it. He got it. Sid Green going inside. And the fans respond. The Bulls have run off 8 straight. And they've taken the lead again. Timeout Milwaukee. 7:41 remaining in the third. It's the Bulls by a point.
Billy, the Bulls with a 1-point lead. Sidney Moncrief, Mr. Defense, but how about Mr. Jordan here? He just takes the ball right away from him and now goes right along the floor, comes up with the steal, gives it to Corzine, gets it back, and triggers a quick basket underneath to Sidney Green. Bullet pass down low. Sid breaks between 2 players, lays it up, and gives the Bulls their 66-65 lead.
Sidney Green off of the Bulls bench with 7 points. So far in this game, the fans come to their feet.
After that timeout, they took a 30-second timeout and then a full one. The Bulls came back and hit 4 out of 4. The Bucks are 0 for 3 after that timeout. Strategic timeout, and the fans are back in it again.
Well, they really are. And here comes Milwaukee. Pressey with Woolridge on him. Goes to Pierce. He's come into the lineup now. Wes Matthews is on him. Don Nelson wants the floor spread a little better. Feed low to Cummings. They double team him. Driving. Tried to pass off. Jordan stole the ball. And the Bulls have it back. Listen to these fans respond. Whew, they've been just great tonight. Matthews in the forecourt. Woolridge flashes way high in three-point range. He has Cummings out there.
Michael wanted him one-on-one down low. They can't get him the ball.
Foul. Somebody was holding inside to give it to Pierce.
Yeah.
Who is he trying to stop in there?
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Michael took him down low. They were trying to get him the ball. They couldn't get break loose. Now Mokeski comes in and replaces Brewer.
That's the third team foul on Milwaukee. Chicago's only committed one. Remember, Mokeski has, how many? Is he have 4 or 3?
He's got 3 and 4 by Lister.
This shot by Matthews. The rebound. Pierce stolen away by Jordan. To Corzine all the way. He got it. He got the basket. Dave Corzine knocks it down. He has 8.
Did they give that one to Pressey? Did they give the foul to Pressey? I think. Corzine. Great rebound by Michael Jordan. Watch Jordan come in here, steal it away, go out of bounds, save it to Corzine. Corzine takes the ball away from Sid Green, goes down the middle, lays it up and in.
Not sure who got it.
I thought it was on Pressey.
It was. They gave it to Pressey. That is his 4th. Corzine with a 3-point play. He has 9. Pressey got his 4th. That's the 4th team foul on Milwaukee. Chicago has committed 1. Mokeski will shoot one. Gets it down. Paul Mokeski, a steady shooter for a big man, and that breaks a long drought. Well, the Bulls outscored him 11-0 there in that run, did they not?
Yeah, the Bucks ran off 8 in a row, and then the Bulls came back with 11.
And it's the Bulls by 2. Missed shot. Jordan got the rebound, spinning off of the front rim. Green, Sidney Green. He has 9, and the Bulls again by 4. Sidney Green got that rebound after Jordan did a 360. Mokeski, look at the Bulls swarming like bees. Pressey, he was fouled.
Now Michael got him right on the right elbow. Orlando tried to take the offensive foul. Just before that, Michael's arguing, trying to cop a plea there, but I think he got him.
He tried to say that Pressey stuck his leg out like World B. Free does and forced the foul, Red. That's what he wanted.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Pressey has not scored in this game. That's been a major factor hurting Milwaukee. Now what do we have? We have some debris coming out of the stands, so enough of that. That is removed very quickly. Hugh Holland spotted it. Pressey will go to the line. He has yet to miss a free throw in the playoffs in 4 attempts. Make it 5. He's on the board. Bulls have done a great job on him defensively. That 22 points was a great moment for Paul over the weekend. He's developed into a very steady basketball player. 6 straight for Pressey without a miss. His first 2 points in this game. Bulls by 2. Halfway through the third quarter exactly. 71-69. Woolridge. He'll look. Goes to Jordan. Gets the screen. Passes over. Matthews the open man. Mokeski is out on him. They got a mismatch somewhere. Jordan driving on Pressey. Blocking foul. Pressey, that's number 5 on him.
Pressey wouldn't give down a baseline, and he draws the wrath.
There it is.
Of Hugh Holland, that's the 5th, and you'll see Don Nelson's going to streak down his bench here. He's got to come back. Okay, watch the move. Michael really didn't want to take it there. He saw a little bit of an opening. Pressey was trying to get over to cut him off. He couldn't do it. He was at a bad angle, and now Craig Hodges replaces Pressey, and a job they've done on Paul Pressey. He's got 5. He just got 2 free throws here, 5 minutes and 44 seconds to go in the third quarter, and he finally broke into the scoring column.
You're right, and just as importantly, Red, as what you had mentioned, is that the bonus light goes on at 5:44 for Chicago. That's the 5th team foul. Jordan has 17. He got the first one down. Lister comes in.
Pierce hits the Pines now, and they're big again now. Lister up front with Mokeski and Cummings.
Very solid rebounding front line. Cummings gives you so much flexibility. You can use him either big or small. You can even use him in the pivot if you have to.
Oh, yeah.
18 points now for Jordan, and the Bulls with a 4-point lead. 5:40 remaining here in the third quarter of play. Bill Hazen and Johnny Kerr with greetings from Chicago Stadium. It is indeed the madhouse on Madison Street tonight. Moncrief to Mokeski. Bounces against Green. Missed the shot. Sidney explodes up in the air to get that rebound.
Did he get up in the air? Is he pumped up?
Oh, I'll say he is.
I'm really pleased for this young man.
Yes, I am too. He's waited a long, long time, and he's showing what he can do. Sid Green. Boy, what an explosive jump. Here's Woolridge. 8 seconds to shoot. Driving. Offensive foul.
Corzine, I guess, on the foul, I think.
Down there, an illegal one, and on Corzine, that's personal number 1. No team foul on that. Or did they call it a loose? No, it was no team foul. All right. And Milwaukee, team foul at 5-2. Milwaukee with 5, Chicago with 2. So the Bulls have 2 to give. Illegal defense called on Chicago. The warning, each team now has been called for the warning. Dave Corzine failed to clear the inner lane. So the ball goes out of bounds. 2:24. Milwaukee has plenty of time. They should get a good shot here. Hodges. Matthews is on him. The Bulls have to play 24 seconds of solid defense. Moncrief. Hodges trying to penetrate. He missed the shot. Corzine got the rebound. Look at him work there. Foul call. Foul call that's on Hodges.
If you got there late, if you didn't get the first one, Bill, you got to call it on Corzine. Corzine makes the big rebound. 5 fouls now. That's into the penalty. Hodges picks up his 3rd. But if you're just watching the first foul, you don't catch it. You see Corzine knock the little man down.
Yeah.
Dave goes to the line.
But they did catch it.
Yes, they did. He was right there. All right, here, watch the move. The shot is missed. Corzine goes up, grabs the rebound, fights for it strongly. He picks it up here. Hodges grabs him there. And then Dave comes out and gives him a little body. So if you don't catch that first one, Corzine ends up looking like the GOAT. But he comes out shooting 2 free throws, bangs 1 off the iron.
He'll try again. Bulls
with one more to give him the double figures now.
15-4 run, red for the Bulls. Our statistician, Lance Garrett, points that out for us. And Corzine now has 10 points. And the Bulls, another double-figure player for Chicago.
Sorely missing points out of the pivot, Bill. And Corzine, there's an offensive foul on Hodges. He drives into Wes Matthews, who gave him all kinds of pressure, and now the Hawks are throwing up their hands, or the Bucks are throwing up their hands and saying, we need to get a break here.
And it's a 5-point Bulls lead. If they can, the Bulls want to try to put as much space as they can between themselves and Milwaukee. Sid Green, low post feed, twirls and fires and hits! Sidney Green with 11. The rafters, they are a-shaking. It's the Bulls by 7. This is Chicago's largest lead of the game. Moncrief to Cummings. He'll shoot it.
Bread and butter.
Oh, man.
Bread and butter, man.
Phenomenal. Just phenomenal. That puts a little silence into this crowd. Bulls with 4 minutes left for the quarter will bring it up. Matthews in the forecourt. Covered by Hodges. Quentin Daly has come in. Moncrief is on him. Q fakes, fires. No, and the Bucks go after the rebound very strong. They can cut it to 3 with a hoop. Into the forecourt, Hodges. Hodges and Moncrief right now in the back. Here's Cummings thinking about it. They drove him to his right hand that time. Mokeski, 9 to shoot. Lister, 7 to shoot. Looking, Cummings, 4 to shoot. And got it. Cummings with 24. I'm sure they didn't intend to get that shot, but boy, Cummings can really make up for a lot of mistakes offensively, can he?
Boy, Jordan doesn't get much of a rest. He just sat down for about 40 seconds, and Kevin's got him back at the bench.
Orlando Woolridge hit the front rim. Green slammed it in! What a jam by Sidney Green!
He went over Mokeski that time and powered it down. Mokeski thought he had him blocked out. He just powered it down through.
It's the Bulls by 5. Sidney Green, what a difference he's made. Cummings hits another one. And it's Cummings shooting alone that is holding Milwaukee in. He is 5 for 5 in the quarter. Of the Bucks, 18 points in the quarter. Cummings has 10 of them. Matthews. And we have a whistle. Illegal defense, Milwaukee. They'll shoot it.
Okay, watch this.
They'll shoot it.
Mokeski, just Sidney Green told him, keep your hand out of my face. And if he says one more thing, Sidney's a kind of a kid, I'll tell you, he had a rough upbringing in Brooklyn, New York. And we saw that first exhibition game where he put Mr. Lister right down on his drawers.
Yeah, he sure did. Boy, Milwaukee has serious foul trouble here. We've not seen this before. Quentin Daly.
Kevin has now called Green's number also. He wants to get him going.
Yeah.
The kid has really gone. Here's the play. The missed shot here, and watch Green go up over the top. He had just exploded on that shot.
And clean as a whistle. He never touched Mokeski. That replay showed dramatically. The Bulls again by 4. Woolridge tries to drive on Cummings. The door is closed for him. To Sidney Green. 12 seconds to shoot. Jordan, he'll take it. Rolled it over the top. Cummings got the board. If Milwaukee scores, they'll cut it to 2. Mokeski running one-hander. Got it. Oh, Mokeski. He did a smart thing there. He never put it on the ground.
If he would have, he probably would have stumbled that trip.
Yeah.
I mean, he had to take it up, and he did it very, very nicely.
It's a 2-point game. Daly and Jordan in the backcourt for Chicago. Green, Woolridge, and Corzine up front. The lob, Jordan, they want it inside. He got it. Went up strong. And Lister may have picked up the foul, and if so, they gave it to Mokeski. They were both there. Mokeski with his fourth. The penalty has been in effect since 5:44. The Bulls have committed only 2 team fouls. Corzine to the bench. Juwan Oldham in for the Bulls. We are under 2 minutes. In the first half, Milwaukee committed 21 team fouls. The Bulls 14. That's the first time the Bulls have been in a situation where they haven't been giving up fouls to Milwaukee in this series. Jordan, and he missed it. Michael Jordan with only 2 free throws in this third quarter. Yeah, got it down. 19 points for Jordan now. And it is a 3-point Bulls lead at 80-77. Pressey is being covered by Quentin Daly. Height advantage to Milwaukee there. Moncrief. And Jordan is on him. Mokeski driving hard.
Goaltend.
Goaltend, yep. It counts. Mokeski with 8.
Got to make that shot come from the outside now.
And that time, Mokeski got a full head of steam. He's been averaging in this series 11.5 points against the Bulls and 7.5 rebounds. He's played very well. Woolridge hits one for the Bulls, answering with 28 now. Boy, what a game he's had. What a game the Bulls have had as a team. Boy, they're revving it up. Pressey. It's fed low. Lister trying to move in. Traveled. He traveled with the ball. The Bulls have it back. And they can increase their lead with a hoop. And now these possessions are starting to look big.
It's an offset now because when Juwan Oldham goes outside, Lister won't stay with him, and vice versa.
Here's Jordan. Moncrief on him, tries to drive to the baseline, fakes, kicks it over. Daly had moved into the wrong position. Ball goes into the backcourt, over and back, and Woolridge says Mokeski hit it. They weren't going to buy it.
Good call.
Good call. The ball goes over to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Michael tried for the shot and then saw Quentin Daly breaking in, threw it a little bit behind him, and it's a turnover. 57 seconds to go. The Bulls lead by 3.
And that's really the only problem when Jordan gets up in the air. Sometimes, you know, he'll wait and wait, and then he makes the flip. He's committed. He's got to flip it. And sometimes you get some bad passes out of that. Here's Lister.
Leave him out there. Leave him out there.
They had Moncrief posted low. Juwan Oldham, as you say, came right out. That's what you were referring to. Leave him out there. That was Oldham, not go out.
I think that was Jordan that got the foul. Now, that's a kind of a play you want to foul Lister to get the ball back. You've got one underneath. And they run a play, put out Lister, who can't shoot from out in that high post, and they play him belly to belly. Let him stay out there. Moncrief is wide open underneath, and a foul, Michael Jordan, his 4th.
Pressey for 3. Didn't get it. Rebound Woolridge. The Bulls have it back with a 3-point lead. Jordan to the bench, so you have Daly and Matthews in the back for Chicago. Quentin Daly will shoot it.
Oh boy, tough shot.
Woolridge got the rebound, however. Goes up, blocked by Lister. Big block for Milwaukee. Cummings saved it. 22 seconds left. Milwaukee can hold for the last shot. And they will do so as they come into the forecourt. Oh, man, what a game this has been tonight. 10 seconds.
That's Cummings. He's going to be there.
Pressey. And Cummings takes it. Hit it.
Sure, you know everybody in the gym has to know he's going to get the ball.
And he did. Here are the Bulls. Matthews with 2. Fires a 3-pointer. Didn't get it. And we have a 1-point ball game going into the 4th quarter of play here from the stadium. The Chicago Bulls clinging to a narrow 82-81 lead. Johnny Kerr, Bill Hazen from the floor of the stadium. Hey, the Washington Bullets have stayed alive with a victory over the Philadelphia 76ers on their home floor in Landover. We've always told you that's one of the toughest places in the league to win. 76ers found it out for themselves here tonight. Man. Well, the Milwaukee Bucks outfouled the Chicago Bulls that quarter. Let me see, 8-5. Game total now. Milwaukee's committed 29 fouls, the Bulls 19. That seems to be as much of a factor as anything, Red, in the scoring in this game.
Right.
But now that fourth quarter, and in the last two games, this is when Milwaukee has shown. They have really played well. Do the Bulls have enough? They played their key men a long way this game.
In the last quarter of the game Friday night, the Bulls were outscored 29-27, and in the game Sunday, it was 34-30. So Bulls can just score one more point than they do in this quarter. You'll be looking at game Friday.
Yes, indeed. That's what they'll have to do. Here's Woolridge. Quentin Daly, the head fake, gets to the baseline, shooting. Missed everything. And Milwaukee can take the lead. As we begin the fourth quarter, Charles Davis on the floor got that rebound for Milwaukee. Davis, Lister, Mokeski up front. Here's Pressey trying to shoot. He was fouled by Matthews as he got to the baseline. And that's the story in the third quarter statistics. The Bucks continued to shoot superbly. I don't know how much better you could shoot than the Bucks have shot in this particular series.
That free throw situation is only 1 out of 1 from the free throw line. The Bulls were 6 out of 8.
Pressey at the line. Misses the first one. Not been a very good offensive game for Paul Pressey.
Boy, they want to rest Michael Jordan so badly now. He's just sitting there. He's chomping at the bit to get back in. He's got 4 fouls.
Well, they'll need him down the stretch. The Bulls going without him right now. We have a tie game. Tied at 82.
Now, Daly, who's had a good an off game and a good game and an off game now, is 6 points, and he's having a tough time drawing iron.
Here's Orlando Woolridge. That means a heavy load on him. Kicked it over to Matthews. Daly in the corner. He'll keep firing. No, passed it off. He wanted to go to Oldham. The ball was lost, and Milwaukee has it. Pressey saved it in the corner. On the breakout, Davis. And they call Matthews. They call Matthews, and he did not like that.
He got a technical. That's his second technical. He's got to be gone. He ran all the way down the court. That's his second technical. Now Kevin can't believe it. It's his 5th personal, but that's his second technical foul.
Well, they wasted no time on that.
He got one remember, between the quarter. Okay, here he's not. Oh, he's got nothing but ball. He had nothing but ball on that play, if you look at it.
Clean as a whistle, it appeared.
Isn't that second technical foul and gone?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see now. Matthews is still out on the floor. Is he going to have to go to the bench?
I think he's got to go because he got one a technical. He's gone.
He's gone.
What a tough play to go out. He thought he got really taken over the coals, and what he did was he didn't say anything. He streaked all the way down the other end of the court. Here's the play, and watch it. He had the ball. He listens to the foul. He takes off. He doesn't say anything, and he just streaks all the way down the court and gets hit with the second technical, and the Bucks tie it up.
Wes Matthews will leave the floor. Now Moncrief. Now this is the way Milwaukee seems to get these fourth quarters going.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. They're going to see an awful lot of Quentin Daly then the rest of the time.
Yeah. And Q has had an off game. He needs to find the shooting range here. The Bulls desperately need some good shots. Woolridge, after a strong 3 quarters, he's being covered very closely here, Red. So baskets will not come easily for him.
All right, Davis on the 2 free throws here. Michael Jordan back in the game. Tough call, tough call.
All of the points for Milwaukee this quarter have come from the foul line to the moment. The 3 that they have, and likely to make it 4. Charles Davis, 4th-year player from Vanderbilt. Missed it. Mokeski tried to bang it out, but Jordan got the rebound. It was tapped long. Bucks by 2. Here comes Chicago. They'll have to go the rest of the way without Wes Matthews. Jordan at the lead guard spot, and Quentin Daly at the off guard. Here's Jordan. Head fake. Has to throw it out. He threw the ball. Whoa. Way out of play. Ball goes over. That's swarming defense. Milwaukee just sending people at him. They don't care who. Just stop Jordan.
It seemed like they want to get Sid Green in the offense, then they forget about him for a while. The kid is so pumped up, you got to use him a little bit.
Pressey swinging in traffic. Yeah, he got it down. It bounced 3 times up there and went down in Milwaukee by 4. 10:40 remaining. Milwaukee has taken the lead. And the Bulls are still sitting on 82. They've had trouble getting a first basket of the quarter.
They got to come back in again with Corzine.
Green will shoot it. At the front rim, got his own rebound. Sidney Green got him off of 82 anyway. They sat on that for a while.
The only reason I say Corzine because he opens it up. They're not going to go with Juwan Oldham. Matter of fact, they're going to play Lister on Green.
Pass in the corner, Lister. Sidney Green on him. Tries to roll. Oldham blocked the shot. Here come the Bulls. Jordan ahead on the break. Driving. Yes, it counts. He was fouled.
And I believe Pressey's gone. That was Pressey back on the play. He's talking to Jess Kersey. Take a look at Juwan Oldham now. Up on a blocked shot. Ball comes to Quentin Daly. Gives it to Michael Jordan. He's got Pressey running backwards. He spins over the top. I don't know if he got him, but he's going to leave the game. Ricky Pierce replaces him. Michael Jordan with his 21st point and a chance to put the Bulls ahead.
So the Bulls have tied it. Pressey is gone at 10:04 of the 4th quarter. Each team has now lost one of its starters. Jordan now has 22. And back the other way come the Bucks. The Bulls by a point. Here's Moncrief. Sidney Green got switched out on him. You got a mismatch here somewhere. Moncrief. Mokeski will shoot it. Didn't get it. Jordan got the rebound over the top of Ricky Pierce. Here come the Bulls. Jordan penetrating. Kicks it off to Oldham. Over the middle he goes. Nearly walked. Fires. Hits! How in the world did he put that in?
That's his first tool. You talk about acrobatics. He came down, ran into the stone wall, turned around, hit the jumper. He was working on that before the game. I'll tell you that against the ball boy.
If you don't bounce off of the ball boy like that, you run over the ball boy. Lister into the paint. Comes up far. It was tipped up there at rim level. The Bulls come out with it. Here's Oldham.
Give it to a guard. Give it to a guard.
Now, he made that mistake before. This time he got rid of it. He made that same mistake in the first game. Enough of that. Here's Woolridge. He'll shoot it. Nope. Mokeski got the rebound. And Milwaukee can pull within a point if they score. It's 89-86. Man, what swings we've had in this game. Davis, Mokeski. Here's Moncrief. They have a switch off. Now you've got Daly with Mokeski on him and a foul called on Daly, trying to body him right there. They got that switch off that they wanted, and Daly committed the foul, his first of the game.
Greenwood for Orlando Woolridge. Green has done such a good job now. They got to get Orlando a little bit of rest. He got a little anxious on that last shot, I think.
13 foul against the Bulls. Moncrief. Jordan on him. Tries to drive around him. And Oldham blocked the shot, but he fouled him as well. Body contact. It looked as clean as a whistle, but he got him with a body. Although, you know, Red, you have to give him a chance to come down. You can't just go in underneath him. Oldham still has to have a chance to come down. That's his third. Fans didn't like it. 14 foul on the Bulls.
Moncrief had 2 points. He had 10 points in the first quarter. And
he had a 14-point first quarter. He's only had 3 since, Red.
14-point first quarter and had 2 baskets, 2 points in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's all. So he's gone dry. That seems to be his characteristic, too. He gets so strong out of the gate. He had that 23-point first half in game 1. He now has 19, and he's pulled it within a point. The Bulls have no more fouls to give. Milwaukee has 3 to give before the bonus would come on. Here's David Greenwood now back in the Bulls lineup to Sidney Green. So Orlando Woolridge is getting a breather. Green knocks one down. Sid Green thought about it, decided to shoot it. That's a season high for Green, 17. And, of course, a playoff high for Green as well. Here's Lister. He hit the end line. He traveled with it. The ball goes over, and the Bulls lead by 3. Sidney Green, perhaps playing his greatest game in a Bulls uniform. Oh, and he's waited so long for the chance. Here's Sid. Oldham trying to body with Mokeski. Look at Mokeski just shoving him out. Oldham bounced it off of Mokeski's foot. Chicago 9 seconds.
Watch Mokeski. He's so cute. He leans, he bangs you, then he gets away. Bangs you, gets away. Juwan doesn't know how to handle it. Juwan wants to make a stab back at him now. There's your turnover. The Bulls -3 in this one.
8 minutes left to play in regulation. Here is Jordan. Man, what an exciting game we've had tonight. Jordan will shoot it. No. Oldham tried to jam it in. Was he fouled? Offensive foul.
It's on Juwan Oldham.
He tried to jam the rebound in, and they called him for going over the back. That's number 4 on Oldham.
Number 4 on the Bulls. Shot goes up. Well, that's number 5 on the Bulls with 7:53 to play. That puts them into the penalty.
Bonus goes into effect, and Lister at the line.
Well, that's the right guy at the line. Like I say, if you're going to have a guy at the line, you want the poorest free throw shooter, and Elton has to be that, whether he makes him or not. He's the guy that's got the poorest record. There's your 53%.
And 9 of 19 as he goes to the line. This time he missed again. He missed again. 9 of 20 for the series. Below 500.
Milwaukee's only got 1 field goal in this quarter, and they're hanging tough.
They are indeed hanging in there. They're doing it at the line. They're getting a lot of chances here. Lister again. Oh, and he got the bounce on that one. He has 3 now.
The Achilles tendon surfaces here. Or the Achilles heel, I'm sorry.
Yeah, a tendon or anything else you can think of.
All right.
Here's Jordan.
Look at this. Now you got Cummings back in on Green.
Sidney Green faces Cummings. He'll shoot over him. Didn't get it. Rebound comes out to Milwaukee. They can tie with a basket. Pierce. Over by Daly. Mokeski thought about the shot. Cummings will take it. Didn't get it. Rebound Jordan. Bulls come flying out with it. Jordan with his tongue wagging. Brings it up the floor. Stutter steps. Pierce is on Jordan right now. It means Moncrief has Quentin Daly. Screen from Greenwood. Oh, Pierce just wrapped his arms around Greenwood. Off of the boards goes Jordan for the hoop. 24 points for MJ. Flash Jordan. 7 minutes left in the game. Moncrief in the forecourt. And Milwaukee has not been behind this late in a game in this series before. Pierce.
Moncrief's trying to post up Michael Jordan now.
Off into Cummings. Green on him. He shoots over him. And got it off of the glass. And I think he just beat the buzzer on that, Red.
He sure did.
Cummings with 30. The Bulls are playing mighty good defense. But they're just a little bit short. Here's Jordan. Pierce tried to defend him. Jordan all the way. Oh. That ball hung up there forever, it appeared. A foul has been called. I think it's Mokeski who got it. Paul Mokeski gets his 5th. There's timeout on the floor. Milwaukee has serious foul trouble to worry about here. 6:27 left, and it's the Bulls by 2. Fourth quarter, we have another final. The Pistons have eliminated the New Jersey Nets.
Well, they atoned then for last year of having that good record and losing to the Knicks, getting beat out. This time they went in there, they did their job. Michael Jordan to the line now, Bill. Bulls clinging to a 2-point lead, 6:27 to go. That was the 5th foul on Mokeski.
And that is trouble. Now, as far as team fouls, Milwaukee is not hurting that much. Jordan has 25. Randy Brewer will come back in. Mokeski to the bench. So Brewer.
The smarts of Mokeski goes to the bench. Brewer, the taller player, maybe a good shooter inside, but the smarts of Mokeski could hurt if he's missing.
He's not the physical player either that Mokeski is as a force.
Mokeski's got the brain and when to lean on you, when not to, when to hit the shot.
He sure does. He's an extremely intelligent player. We've always been impressed with him. I know you have. Bulls by 4. Here's Ricky Pierce. 2 players have fouled out of this game. Matthews for Chicago, Pressey for Milwaukee. Cummings to the baseline, double team. Comes up shooting. Boy, and Hugh Hollins thought about making a call and then looked at Jess Kersey. He said, you want it? You want it? Who do you have? And Sid Green gets called for it. That's who they have. Sid with his 3rd.
And they set that pick down low, and they're letting Sidney Green goes to the bench, gets a great hand. Orlando Woolridge back in the game. What a great hand he gets.
He's done it with 17 points.
They're letting Cummings pop out of that little screen. You got to slide through and fight through to get with him. Don't give him that little daylight where he can catch the ball.
Cummings has a new career high for playoff action, 31 points.
His old career high was against this club win on Monday or Sunday.
You betcha. You betcha. 32 for Cummings now. His all-time career best is 39 points he got against the Lakers in an earlier game. Jordan will bring it across now. It's a 2-point game. Bulls halfway through the fourth quarter. Jordan driving, basket. He reversed it underneath. Jordan just clicked on the Jets, and good night. Bulls by 4. 5:45 remaining. Every possession so important now. Pierce has to bail out to Cummings. 7 to shoot. Cummings shoots it under heavy pressure. And he got it.
What a great shot. Orlando was right in his face.
Yeah. I don't think you can more closely guard a player than Orlando guarded Cummings there. He looked like Bernard King. You know, King gets on a roll like that. You can do everything and you can't stop him. Here's Woolridge. Cummings is on him. Woolridge spinning, the ball knocked loose. They go for it. Bodies go flying, and Pierce comes up with it. Milwaukee can tie with a hoop. 5:08 remaining. Cummings brings it into the forecourt. Jordan is on him now. To Brewer, low. Greenwood, the fadeaway. Didn't get it. Cummings fighting hard inside. Foul called. Boy, you've got to keep Cummings off of that glass somehow if you can. Quentin Daly got it.
I tell you, he's involved every trip. The Bulls again hurting at that foul line now. Cummings with a chance to tie the game. He's done everything. He's been Mr. Everything for this ball club out of Carver High School here in Chicago, DePaul, and what a career he's having professionally.
Cummings has hit 8 straight without a miss. And you don't think he wants to remind the people in Chicago how great of a player he is, having played here, his high school and college ball right here. This is the biggest game for him. This is a big one for him. He missed it. The Bulls continue to lead. Greenwood.
David tapped that one in.
He nearly, but he did. Bulls by a point. So Cummings had hit 9 straight before he missed one. Jordan, 10 to shoot. Jordan into the paint. Oh, what hang time. Foul as Juwan Oldham really got pushed down there. Let's see who's on.
Sidney Moncrief, I believe.
Moncrief. You got it. That's 5 on him. He is in trouble. 3rd team foul on Milwaukee, and Don Nelson takes a long look from the sideline on that.
Oldham and Corzine switch positions now. Corzine on the court.
Let's see if they try to go at Moncrief and get him out. Moncrief will play with 5 personal fouls. Jordan got the screen from Corzine, driving through, tried to bounce it. Corzine got the ball loose. Ball hit somebody's foot. Daly gets it, comes up firing, hits it. Quentin Daly, Cummings put the pressure on, but he shot it over him. The Bulls by 3. Oh man, the drama, the tension is so great here. Cummings shoots over Greenwood.
Oh man. Listen to this crowd.
Greenwood was on him tight. The Bulls have had tremendous defense on him. Cummings has literally kept Milwaukee in. Jordan. The teams are going to their bread and butter men right now. Michael Jordan, 6 seconds to shoot. He may have to take it himself. Thought about it. Goes to the glass. No. They fight for it, and Brewer comes out with it. To Cummings. Milwaukee can take the lead if they score. Cummings to Pierce. To Cummings. Woolridge on him. Look at him work hard. Boy, he's putting the pressure on Cummings. Passes off Moncrief with a shot. Got it. And Milwaukee leads. 21 points for Moncrief. Corzine came out to try to stop him, but he couldn't get there in time.
Cummings, 9 out of 10 field goals here in his second half, and I thought he might go for it again, but smart man he is. He hit his open teammate.
Quentin Daly, they're trying to post Jordan. They've got him on the baseline. Came up firing and was fouled.
Moncrief's gone.
Moncrief
No, hold it.
They gave it to Pierce.
Woo. I looked over there and saw Moncrief standing shoulder to shoulder with Michael Jordan.
I was thinking as you were, Red, he was down in the area, and I thought he had picked up the foul. But Jordan goes to the line with 28 points.
Okay, Mokeski in here now again. He switches with Brewer. It looks like Juwan Oldham is going to come back in here for, I would think, Corzine, huh?
Mokeski with 5, Pierce with 5. If I can summarize this, Red, quickly. Moncrief with 5. That ties the score. Again, the other foul situation, Lister with 4. Pressey is already fouled out. Here's Juwan Oldham. He is playing for the Bulls with 4 personal fouls. Jordan has 4. Matthews fouled out on a technical foul. 4 fouls for Greenwood. Jordan missed it. We're tied at 100. We're tied at 100. Mokeski got the rebound. Milwaukee will walk it up. 3:04 remaining. Both teams at the century mark. 3 even. Here's Mokeski. He's covered by Jordan. Now Greenwood picks up Cummings. Ball stolen away. Greenwood stole it. Here's Jordan. Bulls on the breakout. Jordan all the way. He got it. And Jordan took a hard fall. He took a hard fall, but he got the hoop. 31 points for Jordan. And he is hurt. Jordan is hurt. Limping as he comes off the floor.
He had a sore knee, but I know one thing. He'll be all right.
Timeout, 2:42 remaining. It's the Bulls 102, the Bucks 100.
Well, here's how they got it. Jordan driving right down the middle, puts it over the left side, lays it in. 102, 100, 2:42 to go. One more foul now, and both teams are in foul trouble. Here's the steal. There's the steal. David Greenwood with the steal on Terry Cummings. That's the first thing Cummings did wrong in this quarter. Has 17,225. Cheer their heroes on here with 2:42 to go.
Milwaukee trailing by 2 has the basketball. And Jordan is out there. He's okay. Moncrief and Jordan locked up. 2:34 remaining. Here's Cummings. Greenwood stole one from him just a moment ago. Moncrief trying to drive around Jordan. Throws it up. Oh, and he got it. A big basket by Moncrief. Playing with 5 fouls, he has 23. Oh, boy, can this guy do it. 2 of the finest guards in the game today. Moncrief and Jordan. Now Pierce guards Jordan now. Boy, Quentin Daly driving all the way. He got it. He got by Moncrief.
They were so worried to stop Michael Jordan that time. Moncrief looked around his shoulder, down the baseline, and a reverse shot by Q.
You hit it right on the nose. Daly took good advantage of that. Here's Cummings. He has been red hot in this 4th quarter. Moncrief gets it. Jordan on him. Good fake by Moncrief all the way. He was fouled going to the hoop.
He sacrificed his body that time. He made the good move. He broke around Michael Jordan.
Woolridge takes the foul, his 3rd.
And he threw it up off the glass, Bill. He just took his punishment. He knew he was going to get fouled.
The Bucks have been in the foul since 7:53. They've been in the bonus. Now, the Bulls have yet to get to the bonus, and yet they've held the lead. There's only 1:48 left, Brad. How have they been able to hold on?
Every trip has been so important for both teams.
Yeah.
Score was 82-81 entering this quarter in favor of the Bulls.
Right now, neither team can stop the other from scoring. That's how good these offenses are. Moncrief got it. 24 points for Super Sid, as they call him up there. Great player, great person. Leads the Bucks in scoring against the Bulls, 27-5. He has 25 now. Had a good, strong 4th quarter. 9 points. And we're tied at 104. Jordan has had 12 here in the 4th quarter. Daly, low feed. Jordan, he wants to go for it. To the left hand and put it in. To the left hand, he did it.
Boy, he had everybody, the crowd around him, ready to block that shot on the right hand, and he just put it in the left and over the top of the rim. Beautiful move.
A new playoff high for Jordan with 33 points. And the Bulls again by 2. Down to 1.5 minutes. Here's Moncrief. That's the time remaining. Moncrief spinning. Greenwood got on him. Basket, it counts. Greenwood fouled him. Greenwood with his 5th. Moncrief, an incredible basket. He has 27.
Yeah, they played the big man, small man that time. Moncrief playing on the side with Terry Cummings. Moncrief gets the ball on the outside. He's alone, and the foul committed by David Greenwood. You see it fly in, and now trying to get it off that even number, Sidney Moncrief.
He did it. He has 28 points. Got the 3-point play.
Those 2 guys have done all the damage here in this quarter.
Milwaukee by a point, 107-106. Here's Quentin Daly. They're looking inside Jordan again, spinning, driving. Shot blocked this time by Lister. Saved by Milwaukee. Daly had it. Lister comes up with it. Big play by Lister. He's made big plays in all 3 games. Pierce. He's done it again here. He had a big shot block in I think it was game 1 when he blocked the shot down the stretch. It really counted. 8 seconds to shoot. Here's Cummings going for it.
He lost it again.
He lost it again.
Travel.
2 seconds. 1 second. He won't get it off in time.
The buzzer went off.
The buzzer went off.
The buzzer went off.
24-second horn expired. The 24-second horn is still expired. Wait a minute now. Now are they going to realize the buzzer went off about 10 seconds ago?
There's Billy Oakes. Billy Oakes is right there in front of him.
The buzzer went off 10 seconds ago, and I'm sure that Billy Oakes, the official, the alternate official, knows it, and he is explaining the noise level is so high that they could not hear it. They could not hear it. The clock went off, Red, we both saw it. Nobody in the house could have missed it. The fans started crescendoing to boos when nothing was called. But it's very clear what the situation was. There's no doubt about it. It can't possibly be contested here.
All right.
Don Nelson is going to check it over in anyway and say, well, why didn't we stop the clock then? But nobody could hear it.
Even when he came up with the loose ball on the floor, Bill, if you come up with the floor and slide with that ball, it's a travel.
Sure it is.
If you go down on the floor, just go down with the ball, okay, that's a possession. But he slid across the floor, and now Jess Kersey's explaining it to Hugh Hollins.
Well, the Bulls will get the ball on the expiration.
I don't know if they will or not.
If they don't, this is highway robbery. The 24-second clock had expired. Clearly. All right. The Bulls get the ball. There's no doubt. There was never any doubt about it.
Yeah, I know, but I know between you and I there wasn't. But I saw him talking about it, and he shook his head at Kevin Lockery. Then they walked over, and that would be a timeout. And the Bucks with a 1-point lead, and we have had action again since the Star Spangled Banner, Bill. This building has been chanting and screaming.
It's been a very, very loud house here tonight. 17,225, and now the Bulls Brain Trust, Kevin Lockery, Freddie Carter, Bill Blair, thinking it over what they want to do here. This is part of that crowd.
Did they set the clock back?
I was curious about that. I think they stopped it at 37. I think they stopped it at 37 the moment that the 24-second violation occurred, because I don't think the clock has moved from 37 seconds. I think they stopped it there, and when they continued to play, I think it just sat at 37, because I looked up, and I think it was on 37. Not
For all
sure.
practical purposes, Bill, both teams are in the penalty now. The Bucks have 4 fouls, but the next one puts them into the penalty.
Well, the Bucks were in that penalty for about 6 minutes longer. Actually, it's over 7 minutes longer than the Bulls will be in this quarter.
Well, it's a good thing that they bring along that third alternate official in case, a lot of times it's in case somebody gets hurt to continue the game for that protection. But this time, Billy Oakes sitting right next to the timers. He's the guy to call attention, and I hope he's the one that sensed it. I think he was. And the Bulls will get the ball out of bounds after this timeout. You don't have to go for 3 now. You've got to go and get the good shot.
You know what you need in a situation like this, Red? You need that stadium foghorn. That'll stop play. Yep, 39, 38.
All right.
Yep, they stop it at, look at the replay here, shows the clock situation, Red. They did stop it. They did stop it at 37. They stopped the game clock. So, although they played 5 or 6 more seconds, it did not count on the clock. Bulls have it back. Very good job by the Bulls clock operator there to recognize the situation and not let it continue to run. Quentin Daly driving, passes, Woolridge, hot pass. Woolridge comes up firing. Shot was blocked. Foul. No, out of bounds. Bulls get it.
They got it to Orlando Woolridge underneath, and Mokeski, Lister, everybody was there on the block shot.
All right, 25 on the game clock, 12 on the shot clock. Woolridge will shoot it. Got it. Jordan with a basket. Jordan from the corner. He has 35. And it is the Bulls now by a point. Milwaukee can hold for the last shot. They want a time. They want a timeout. Jordan got it from the baseline on the inbounds pass from Orlando Woolridge. Put the shot in the air, hit it. But now the Bulls have to play some kind of defense.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you, this is going to go down in my little repertoire as one of the great playoff games that I've seen the Bulls in. I've seen some other great teams in the same thing, but the emotion here, and here he comes off of the screen outside and knocks it in on an out-of-bounds play. Mr. Captain Marvel has done it all. Corzine set a little screen for him. Sidney Moncrief was right there on top of him. Michael knocked it in, and he has had some great game. He's got 35 points. Cummings, who has been just super, has 37. Look at his scoring. 37 for Cummings, 28 for Sidney Moncrief. The 2 players that you have to worry about there, the 2 on the Bulls. Michael Jordan with 35, Orlando Woolridge with 28. Oh,
Brad,
boy, oh,
let me
boy.
ask you something here. How much would you be willing to gamble defensively with a 1-point lead in Milwaukee with the ball?
I don't think you can really gamble. The only guy you can take any kind of a gamble on has got to be Alton Lister if he is on the outside. But they're going to they'll, if at all possible, and I'm sure the Bucks have got this design, they will get the ball into Moncrief's hands or into Cummings. And Cummings has hit him from all over the floor. He has been just sensational.
9 of 10 in the second half for Cummings, Red, and he had 16 in the first half. He has 20, another 21 to add to that here in the second.
Well, this crowd is going to bring them. They're on their feet here, 17 seconds to go. This crowd is going to bring them out of their timeout. This is as much noise we've heard in this building for the last 5 years, Bill.
Yeah, it really is. Listen to this crowd. It's hard to even talk over them. And John Kovler, the former Bulls owner, you know what he'd love to see tonight. Benny the Bull. Great majority of the fans here, I don't need to tell you, have Chicago loyalties. Inbounds past Mokeski, right in front of our broadcast position.
You want to know how close you are? You are right here, fans. This is it right here.
Right. All right, Mokeski will toss it in. Juwan Oldham plays a little bit off the ball. They got it in all right. Here's Pierce. 14 seconds. Pierce driving. He lost the ball. Balls with a rebound. Juwan Oldham. Jump ball. Jump ball. Pierce tied him up.
He lost the ball driving down the lane. There's chaos here. Juwan Oldham will be invited here. Here he lost the ball. Orlando might have had a little piece of it. Juwan grabs the ball. He can't quite get control. A timeout called by the Bulls. Oh, brother, the tip should go to the Bulls, but can you control it?
Yep.
Will the Bucks defense now come out and rotate on this tip? Will they let a spot open, bait them into it? Juwan Oldham is going to be talked to here.
Well, Juwan should get the tip.
Yes, now it's where do we put the tip so we control the ball?
Yeah, exactly.
The Bulls get it. They can expect an immediate foul.
So it's going to be, I'd almost be tempted to, if Juwan can get it clearly, I'd almost be tempted to just have him blast it as far away from the basket as possible. Just hit it and blast it as far as he can and maybe send somebody in a breakout and see if they can get the ball that way.
I think the Bucks have their 30-second timeout coming, Bill.
Yeah, they do. They have not utilized it.
So
Right?
if it is put back somewhere where they can't control, I'm sure they'll take that timeout just to get the composure to get everybody back in their position. But this tip definitely should be controlled by Juwan Oldham. Juwan Oldham, who will step in at 7'2", out of Seattle in 1980.
He has a 28-inch vertical leap, Red. He can leap right out of the building. He can get the highest of any Bulls player.
All right, there's your timeout situation, Bill. 2 by the Chicago Bulls, 1 by Milwaukee, plus their 20. Again, will Don Nelson be in there devising an opening, a trap, allowing Juwan to see where to tap that ball? This is not an easy play. You'd almost rather have 2 guys of equal talent jumping, so you couldn't cheat any one way.
Yeah.
The cheating will be done now by the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's see how they line up. Pierce steps in. Ricky Pierce at 6'5", Juwan Oldham at 7'2", and here we go.
If the Bulls lose this game, there's no tomorrow. They lead it by a point, 9 seconds left. Height advantage of 9 inches to Chicago on the jump. Ball's tipped near the basket. Greenwood got it. Foul immediately. He was fouled by Cummings. 7 seconds left.
If the Bulls could call a breakaway foul, they'd love to get that call, get the ball back. Not to be. David Greenwood will go to the line. He's got 2 points in the game. Here's the jump. And you want to know something? They got the tip.
Yeah.
Juwan did not control the tip, but Greenwood got it. Cummings fouled him right away. Greenwood has 2 points in the game. He got that in the first quarter. He'll step to the line. Pressure on David Greenwood.
These are pressure free throws right here. But if Greenwood should hit these 2, that means Milwaukee has only the choice of a 3. He missed the first one. He missed the first one. And now there will be one more, the 20 taken by Milwaukee. They utilized their 20. They have 1 timeout left. Chicago has 2.
Boy, they set up all that conversation about the tip, and don't you know that Ricky Pierce at 6'5" went up and controlled the tip. Greenwood got the ball and was fouled by Cummings immediately. 7 seconds on the clock. That's the old James Bond number, 007, staring in the face. The Bulls with a 1-point lead, 108 to 107. Masters of their own destiny here. Greenwood will go to the line. He has missed the first free throw.
Well, as you take a look from ground level, Greenwood, of course, is the only guy, Red, who remains from the last time the Bulls were in the playoffs with this team. 4 players have playoff experience, but none of them with the Bulls except for Greenwood. And he is the man with the spotlight firmly on him. You saw we were looking from ground level. You folks, I hope you got a good view at home of the intensity of the Bulls players from the expressions on their faces. Greenwood has it in his hands right here. He got it. Boy, that's a big one right there. Now, timeout Milwaukee. They will utilize their last stoppage of the clock in regulation time. The Bulls by 2. 7 seconds for Milwaukee to tie it, or perhaps win it on a 3-point basket. Milwaukee started this game with 2 3-point bombs by Moncrief and Hodges. They have not hit one since, I don't think. They have not. They got 2 right off the bat, and that was the last we saw of it.
That's right. There was the first 2 plays. There's timeouts remaining. Milwaukee with none. The Bulls with 2. Now, we've got to see who is in the lineup for Milwaukee. Again, if Alton Lister is there, they might just come out and cream him. I don't know if you'd want to give them a shot. You sure would not like to see that ball in Moncrief's hand or Terry Cummings, but you can almost bet on it. We'll end up in 1 of the 2.
Would you take the foul, Red? Lister is 1 for 4 on the night from the foul line.
Boy, I don't know. I would be awfully tempted.
It's a temptation, isn't it?
But you know what happens? You go out and he catches the ball, and you go out to grab him, and he makes the pass to the open man, and they get the layup and the foul. I think you just got to play good defense, and you say, hey, there cannot be a rebound. There cannot be a rebound for the Bucks the rest of this game.
And if on a good basket, timeout. Immediately timeout. Ball at half court. You still have a chance to win it.
And if I'm the Bucks, they got Mokeski in the game. If they have Lister in, when the ball goes up, you got to crash, knock anybody down to get it. It doesn't make any difference. You're going to lose the game anyway if you don't put the ball in the hoop. So go get it. If we lose by 3, what's the difference?
Good point, Red. Well, those are the strategies you would think at this stage of the game. The Bulls will have to play intense man for man here. We'll see. They come out with Daly, Jordan, Greenwood, Woolridge, and Jawan Oldham.
Kevin Greavy in the lineup.
He has long-range shooting ability.
Oh, look at him. Everybody, the biggest man now in is Terry Cummings, and then you got long-range shooters.
Hodges, Moncrief,
now wait a minute.
Pierce,
both
and
may
Greavy.
take another timeout.
They will. They will.
They wanted to take a look at what happened, and I think the Bulls were surprised as we were, because we thought Mokeski might be in, Alton Lister, but they came out with Craig Hodges. They came out with Ricky Pierce. They came out with Kevin Greavy. They came out with Terry Cummings, who will be their big man, and also Sidney Moncrief. Everybody can shoot at long range. They can all shoot from the 3-point line.
Well, I tell you, you couldn't ask for much more than this. This has been every bit as good of a game as we had hoped for. The timeout situation as you see it. We wanted to welcome some of the new systems aboard with us, Red. I got a nice note from a dear friend of mine, Jane Gazelle, who lives in Terre Haute, Indiana, and she's a big basketball fan, and she wrote to let us know that Sports Vision has now been added down there. And I know a former buddy of yours, a guy you drafted, Dave Shellhays. I'll bet you Dave is watching down there in Terre Haute. We'd like to welcome the viewers in Bloomington, Illinois, also aboard with us. So we've added a bunch of new systems, and we're really, really pleased to have them. And boy, we brought them the Bulls and Bucks brought them a great game here tonight, did they not?
Boy, they sure have.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, as we mentioned in the first game, Bill, he was 0 out of 7 in the second half. He had 4 points off from the free throw line. Then he had 9 points in the second half Sunday. So far in this game, he's 6 out of 11 in the second half, 7 out of 9 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds. So he's got 19 points in this half. He has done an extraordinary job. And if you're looking, well, it won't make. I just remind us that Wes Matthews got 2 technicals in the game, and he left early on. So sure he is in the crowd somewhere. I know he's not down in the locker room watching it. He's somewhere sneaked back up
I
to
would
watch.
think so. Although he might be down watching it on TV. Wherever he is watching it, I'll tell you this: he has his heart in his mouth right now.
Well, that takes away the strategy of fouling. Uh-oh, here comes Rod Higgins in now. Okay, it's defensive alignment time. So they bring in a little quicker player to play Greavy. Both players coming off the bench.
So Juwan Oldham is out. Greenwood is in the middle. Higgins and Woolridge up front. Bulls are going to try to bother the inbounds pass as much as they can.
Moncrief inbounds it. Watch him try to get the return pass.
He'll have to hurry. Throws it in. Greenwood stole it. It's a breakout. The Bulls will get the victory. Jordan all the way. He missed it. 2 seconds. 1 second. Moncrief a bomb. The Bulls win. The Bulls have held on and won the ball game. They're still alive. The series is not over yet. The Bulls have won it, holding on by their thumbs for a 109-107 win. And 17,225 fans will go home happy. What a tremendous effort by the Chicago Bulls. Milwaukee had their chance. Kevin Lockery looks like a guy who just dodged a bullet, didn't he? Oh, my goodness.
How about Michael Jordan? David Greenwood steals the inbound pass, throws it down to Michael Jordan. He was all the way down the court with riding right alongside of Sidney Moncrief, lays it up over the rim and misses the shot. Sidney got a chance at a three-pointer. Brother.
Had he hit that, boy, that would have been one of the strangest endings we've seen. But the Bulls survive it, 109-107. It's all over. The Chicago Bulls outscored the Milwaukee Bucks 27-26, hanging on for dear life. And I thought when Jordan had that breakaway, well, this is it. He'll just take it in all the way, and he hit the back rim. We had a little more drama than anybody expected here at the end. But, boy, that sure was fun. The Bulls hung on for dear life and won it, Red.
One of the most exciting playoff games. It doesn't have to be a playoff game. One of the most exciting games that I've seen, Bill, specifically here in this antiquated Chicago stadium. It's been great. The crowd came to their feet, cheered the Bulls through every second of it, and if there was a six-man involved, it certainly was done by the crowd. One of the great things I thought, one of the peculiar things happened with 37 seconds to go. We saw Mokeski take a shot. After the 24-second clock expired, nobody knew what happened. 5 more seconds went on play, and finally they called it. They gave the Bulls the ball out of bounds. They took it down. Orlando Woolridge had a shot snuffed out, but then as they took it in bounds again, Michael Jordan, Captain Marble, came around a screen by Corzine on the out-of-bounds play, hit a jumper from the side, and they never looked back. I mean, it was really something. And the big block by Juwan Oldham, what a great job he did. David Greenwood goes to the line, misses one, makes the other one, and boy, oh boy. Let's take a look at the last 7 seconds, Billy.
Let's watch it again. Boy, it was great.
There's the throw in now. Moncrief looking. Now he throws. Watch Greenwood step right in the middle. They try to get it to Terry Cummings. Greenwood steps right in the middle, gets the ball, and he flips it down over his head to Michael Jordan. Jordan takes a couple dribbles. He thinks the clock's going to go out or Sidney's going to grab him, and he lets it go, and it just goes over the top of the rim. Now watch this as it comes out. Sid said, I can't believe this. I've got a chance to win the game. He takes 2 dribbles, and boy, oh boy, the shot bounces off the side. It would have counted.
Oh, boy, that looked mighty close, didn't it? Watch from the ground level now. And Greenwood, as you mentioned, stepping in there, and that's what appears to be a clear breakout. Moncrief bothered him just enough.
Well, Michael, I'll teach Michael to lay it up. He'll have to slam the rest of these.
Slam those, you betcha. Now, here's the bomb, and you can see it's just a little off. And wonder what was going through Kevin Lockery's mind in these closing moments, Red. Well, we can find out.
Let's take a look and see what Kevin thought here. Yes, sir. Oh, boy, he knew it. Yes, sir. He loved it. He goes over and gives Sidney Green. Watch this. There he is. Oh, great. There's a guy that rode the Pines for a long time. He got 17 points in the game, and he was just magnificent.
You know, when I saw him like that, I remember a game against Los Angeles when the Bulls won out in Los Angeles at the Forum, and Kevin looked like a little kid in a candy store at the end of that game. Went, hugged all of his players. It was really terrific.
Isn't that something?
Great to see it. Great to see it. Well, we're going to be visiting. You know, the guy who watched this with his, we said, his heart in his throat, Wes Matthews, got pitched out of this game, but Johnny's going to be chatting with him. We'll be back to review everything here from the Chicago Stadium.
When David Greenwood got fouled, he stepped to the line. The score was, I think you were leading by 1 point, and he had a chance to put you ahead by 3 points.
Well, I had confidence in Dave because me and Dave shoot a lot of free throws together, and so I knew he would knock those down. When I seen the first one go, I was kind of a little bit nervous, but, you know, having a confidence in Dave and having confidence in his whole team, once I left the gym, I just knew we were going to win this game.
You know, I thought you made a good play on the ball. They came down in a fast break. It looked like you ripped the ball right out of his hand. And as you heard the whistle blow, it looked like you just took off and ran down the floor because you didn't want to say something to the official. And, boy, that's what caused the tee.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. You know, I'm not trying to be a hothead or trying to get the officials agree, but it was a great defensive play on my part was to get the ball out the man's hand. And so he reacted by calling a foul. And so already they was waiting for me to say something, so I just ran to the other end of the floor, and they called a technical anyway, which was a bad call. So as long as we win the game, you know, I don't care. I'm just happy. You know, the whole team is happy right now.
Well, Bill and I were talking about it. When the Star-Spangled Banner was being sung, you could feel the emotion in this building. This crowd was behind you 100%.
Oh, no question. The Chicago fans have been so loyal to this team. We just had to win, and we're going to go out and win Friday night and take it back to, you know, Sunday and win Sunday because, you know, the gym was so electrified, for like you said, from the beginning. It just brought the morale, you know, to 100 and 110%, and we just had to go out and win for the fans. To have a lot of patience because, you know, I'm as young as the fellas are, but I have a little bit more experience, and I had went through the same things throughout my career. And I just told Sid to be patient because you never know when the time comes. And tonight he just played a great all-out game for us. He did a great rebounding job for us, and offensively he shocked himself as much as he shocked everybody else. But that's what kind of balance we need coming off the bench. And it was a whole team effort, and when you get a team effort like that, and in front of a packed house like we had in Chicago, it's a win every time.
Well, there'll be a packed house here again Friday night. Believe me, we'll put them back in here again. Wes, I know you want to get down to the locker room and join your teammates in the celebration. Thanks for visiting with me.